Use free running to escape from a fight when exposed.
Hey, I
Sprint
almost
to
forgot
lose
to
your
hit the
enemies
go live
and
button.
jump through
That would have been
merchant
smart.
stands to avoid the crowd.
It's me, Altair. Eee. Let's save some citizens. Oh, no. That's not saving citizens.
Two welcomes
Oh,
to you,
God.
my friend. Have you found
I
what
want to
you seek?
leave.
Not yet, Rafik. Oh, I see. Under the influence of a narcotic, perhaps?
No. Why would you even suggest it?
It's just that your target
Why
is
can't I
clearly
leave?
the academic district, and yet here you are, stumbling around the bureau.
Where'd I go there?
I'm not stumbling.
So defensive. Feeling paranoid? A bit out of sorts?
I'll be going now.
Keep mind and body pure, Altair. Resist further temptation.
Oh, there we go. Man, I just want to air assassinate that guy, but I can't. It's a real bummer. Excuse me. Pardon me. No. No grabbing. Only parries. That was fun when my shadow turned bright white for a second there. Nope. What I... Hey!
How's the stream is about people being stabbed? So I guess the assassinating is going well.
Yeah.
I was gonna play Divinity and then I got distracted watching Pat and Pete play Divinity. It's been a night of deciding not to play Divinity. Although, yeah, I like that game. Divinity 2 is pretty good. I'm glad I did not judge it too harshly based on the alpha, because man, there was a lot of improvements whenever the main game came out. Also, I feel like it's a weird thing of, like, despite the amount of choices I'm making and the amount of different ways I can do things, I feel like it won't have a ton of replay value, just due to the fact that I feel like, party member-wise at least, there's enough members to have, like, 2 completely different parties or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But the 3 I've got kind of seem like the 3 you want. Like,
Is it-
there's Dwarf Pirate Captain, there is Angry Red Demon Summoning Prince, who kind of sounds like Troy Baker, and there is, like, Undead Mage, who's obsessed with ripping off people's faces in a comical way. And none of the other party members come close to being that entertaining, so... Man, the Undead guy is really good. He wasn't even in the original Alpha thing, but man, he's probably one of my favorite party members.
Do they still have the thing where you control 2 people, or is that...
No.
Oh.
Now you just kind of control the whole team. But there's one person who is your character.
Okay.
I did like that about the first one, you got to make 2 characters, because it helped kind of make me feel less nervous about my skill choices.
I liked it for the part where I would always have my 2 characters kind of be like, because you would have conversations between them, and then I would have them be like 2 very different personalities. Oh no.
Yeah, I liked having them disagree. I didn't play it long. In the brief amount of time I played and the few conversations like that I got, I liked having them argue with each other constantly.
Yeah. That sounded like someone joining, but I can't tell
Oh,
who
Sid
it
is
is.
here. He's
Oh.
just kind of hanging out being quiet.
Am I not creepy in general?
I mean, yeah, but you're quiet and creepy.
Yeah, it's the quiet part that's making us very confused. Yeah.
Oh no. I'm so
I'm dead.
Well, now I'm also conscious. Now I don't know if I say like Hitler did nothing wrong. You know,
Oh,
someone
no.
might flip out and like mute me. So none of my funny, clever commentary can be on the track. I don't want that. I want to be popular. I want to be liked by the masses. I'm gonna inflate my ego just so I have more confidence to say dumb edgy bullshit.
Yeah, it worked out great for PewDiePie.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just said nigger and everybody flipped out. Don't ban me, please.
Ooh.
Well, we should probably go ahead and mute serve.
Yeah.
No. It's not the first time.
And it won't be the last.
It won't be. Look, at least I didn't say it in a attacking manner. Like he did. Remember that one time I said the N-word and TFB thought I said kangaroo?
I
Because
did.
those two words sound the same.
It sounded like kangaroo.
These mistakes happen.
Yeah.
Also, I picked up that new Metroid game, which I guess is an old Metroid game, but whatever.
Metroid: The Return of Samus.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
that
actually starting-
I thought that was the Game Boy one, and this one's just Samus Returns or something.
This one is Samus Returns. Same thing. There's a Samus she's back.
Not even Nintendo cares, because they said, like, use your amiibo with Metroid Return of Samus.
What if you could go back and help somehow in the Game Boy game?
That'd be amazing.
Wait, which one's the Game Boy game with Return of Samus?
Yes.
No, which one is it?
Metroid 2?
Oh, I thought you like were getting confused with Zero Mission or something.
No.
No.
Metroid 2 is a Game Boy game. Zero
Yes, I
Mission.
know that.
And so-
It's a bad game too. No, I'm talking about the Game Boy. Yeah.
Now I'm getting confused.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay, it's okay. I spilled water and I thought it got in my computer.
That would be bad.
I water filtered.
See, that's why I keep my computer in like an enclosed space.
Dang it.
Get over the top of it so nothing can get spilled on it.
All these people keep glitching out, and I can't save them because they disappear.
There's
They
also
don't
a
wanna
lot
be.
of guards.
Yeah.
I got into a fight with a shit ton of guards in Divinity because I escaped from jail and
Oh,
then
there
snuck
they are.
back into the jail to take the faces off of some people that I killed earlier in the game because I needed their faces, and I got caught trying to get back out with their faces.
Are you a Game of Thrones character?
No, but I have a skeleton on my team, and he's like, yo, people don't like skeletons. I need a mask, so get me a thing that rips off faces. So we went on an adventure while escaping from jail, and we found a device that we creatively named the Face Ripper, which you can use on any dead body to take their faces. But you need one of every species, so I was like, alright, I got a human, I got a dwarf. And I went back and found a dead elf from earlier. And then, like, I remember there was a dead lizard super early on in the game, so I snuck back into the jail I had escaped from to go get the lizard's face. Got it, but on the way back out, got jumped off.
Are you telling me?
This is the only good elf.
Are you telling me that you need to take their face off?
Yes, that is right. I'm telling you that I did it. I now have 4 faces in a bag, which, there's a thing I'm actually curious about, which is next time someone says, like, hey, someone stole something, we need to inspect your belongings, are they going to comment on the faces?
Probably not. It's probably a normal thing in that game.
Not really.
Another minute
Ripping
and
off
they would've
faces
made
is
off
not
with
considered
you.
normal by anyone.
I mean, I would.
Especially because I'm just gonna have 4 faces in a bag.
So is your skeleton bro just gonna like?
Well, I
Put
need
the
some
face
magic.
on?
I need magic shit to turn it into a working mask, and then it'll be like a magic shapeshifty mask.
What if
So it's
you?
like you can put on an elf mask, and then for all intents and purposes, he is an elf.
What
Which
if
is
like?
come in handy because I've got a second bag full of body parts that I'm gonna feed him once he's an elf.
So I have a question. Like, what if? What if like when you do that, right? And you explain to him like the process that you did it. He goes, dude, why don't you just buy me a mask?
I mean, he's wearing a hood right now that I bought for him that covers his face.
Yeah, but what if he's like, I?
he's the one who said, like, we found him trying to pull the face off a dead body in the woods.
Oh, so he
He's mad
instigated the whole thing.
And he was mad because he couldn't get the face off properly. He kept damaging the face while trying to yank it off his head. And then we were like, yo, do you need a knife? And he was like, no, a knife isn't good enough. I need someone to take the face with me. So then we went and asked the blacksmith about some kind of face ripping tool, and she freaked out and got mad at us and basically. So then I had to go find a like crazy torture guy in a dungeon to get his face ripped.
Should've like called John.
That man knows a thing or two about ripping people's faces off.
The city will know of your sacrifice.
Squeaky chair.
Sadly, John Woo's not in the game. At least not that I've seen yet. Just like punched that lady in the kidney.
It's
Fuck that lady.
fine. Oh god.
One of the very first fights I got into in Divinity, the dude threw dirt in my face and then turned invisible, which, by the way, is a dick way to start a fight.
Fucking thing.
Yeah, that sounds like the type of thing I would do.
Yeah, so he did that and turned invisible, so it was like, I couldn't see where he went, but there was a dude on the beach, so I just backstabbed him, and it turned out he was just a random civilian.
Nice.
And he dropped like a sack of potatoes, because knives to the kidneys hurt.
I mean, a punch.
Also,
in the
man,
kidney
being a
hurts.
rogue in Divinity 2 is really fun.
Being a rogue in Divinity 1 is amazing.
So there's an ability, I don't know if it was in the first Divinity, but you just, like, anyone that you can, not anyone you can see, but anyone within like a 15-foot radius or so, or something along those lines, like you can just teleport to their back and stab them in the back. And then you are behind them so that you can just repeatedly backstab.
I think that was in Divinity 1, but don't quote me on
It's
that.
like a level 1 ability in this. You can start
Yeah.
with it. It's fantastic.
It's weird hearing you say in the first Divinity and then
Yeah, it's
say
like
Divinity 1.
7 or some shit, but the first Divinity Original Sin.
Yeah.
I really do want to go back and give that a shot again. Because after I played more of this one, it's like, yeah, I'm kind of into this.
I kind of want to
Although, yeah,
try.
I don't like the other party members, so I don't like. If I did another run through this one, it would be with the same team. Because man, Beast, Red Prince, and Thane are all the best characters.
I kind of want to try that
Can you punch things?
Divinity Dragon Commander game.
I have that, and it is like the.
I heard it has a good
You're
concept.
not in an RTS game is fun, where you're just making dumb decisions about leading a country and trying to figure out which princess to marry.
Yeah.
That part's fun, but the other parts of the game are not good. So sit like the easiest difficulty or cheat or something to get through those, because they don't matter.
So the game part of the game is not fun.
Yes, but the part where you're just making weird decisions about whether or not you people are allowed to eat orcs is fun.
I mean, eat
Like
orcs.
the orcs have human rights. Can we eat them?
No, they don't. They're orcs.
Yeah, they're orcs. They're not people.
You need something?
I mean, if you ask me, orcs have rights. The answer is still no. But they're not.
They're definitely not people.
I mean, a wise philosopher once said, "Only people have human rights."
A wise philosopher. Oh, is she the one that fucks a motorcycle?
No,
Has really long hair.
That's
No.
not canon.
Yes, it is.
no, it is decisively not.
It's
It's being
canon.
retconned.
It's canon in my heart.
Your heart is bad. I'll take a cannon to your heart if you know what I'm saying.
My heart is canon. And it shoots off emotions.
Praise God, you've saved me.
This lady came crying to the office one time, and my immediate gut reaction was not like, "Oh man, what's wrong with this person? I need to help them." My immediate reaction was, "I do not want to deal with this."
I mean, yeah. I have that reaction constantly toward like, oh, like just anything where it's like, oh, there's a crying kid in the store, and it's not like, oh man, I hope that kid is okay.
It's like,
Man, I hope that kid didn't hurt themselves like a fucking idiot, and now they're for it.
I don't want to help this fucking kid, man.
And there are a shit ton of guards in this.
There are, and this isn't even like the rich district. This is the middle district.
Also, man, I was really liking Monster Hunter Stories until the part where the Monster Hunter came up. and it was like, hey, you want to upgrade this thing? You need Thunderbugs. Where do I find Thunderbugs? In this field. And then I go to that field and I spend an hour running around the field collecting bugs and never get a single fucking Thunderbug.
That's
Like,
not,
yeah, thanks, Monster.
that sounds like some Monster Hunter.
Yeah, fuck Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter's terrible.
Monster Hunter is great.
Monster Hunter is the worst. Monster Hunter spin-offs are better than Monster Hunter because they're not such dicks with the desire sensor.
You
Pokemon
say
is a
that.
better Monster Hunter than Monster Hunter.
What's the better Monster
Play
Hunter?
the Monster Hunter game then. Let's play the Monster Hunter that takes place in the prison island for kids.
Oh, that. Yeah, that one's
Let's
super.
play that one.
Oh, isn't that game terrible?
That game is so bad.
They have to be lovely.
Which is a shame because it had an amazing first trailer.
That way you bought it with the first trailer.
I didn't buy it. I got it PS Plus free, and I was like, oh, I remember this first trailer. It was really cool. Let's see what became of that.
And the answer was nothing.
Yeah.
No, the answer was something. It was disappointing.
Thank
That
you.
too.
Thank you.
It's weird that this
I'll find
game
a
is
way
called
to repay
Assassin's
this
Creed,
kindness,
but
I
here
swear.
you are fighting like a group of guards.
Yeah.
I mean, part of being an assassin is waging a one-man war against a giant army of guards.
Yeah.
In like the center of a city with this one lady just like in the middle watching. Like, man,
I mean,
this
it's
is awesome.
fine because all he has to do is stand behind some priests and no one can tell it's him.
Yeah. Sword Priest.
He's
Oh,
so sweet.
I see what the problem is. So the AI is freaking out because if I run up to one of the saved citizens while I'm being pursued by other guards, the citizen AI takes over as soon as the guards let go of the citizen and they run away, and then they despawn.
Why do you need to save the city?
Because then the citizens turn into vigilantes, and when I run away, the vigilantes will stop the guards.
Assassin's Creed is dumb. Why do you like this one?
Because it's got...
Less an assassin and more just like parkour commando.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Thank you, Twitter, for reminding me.
Mm-hmm.
Make me mad. What do you think about Android 21?
She's pretty hot. She's fine. She doesn't look that interesting, but also doesn't look bad, so eh.
What's an Android 21?
It's the 21st Android in Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
I want you to know that I appreciate that joke that I think got undercut
It's
by
fine.
Serve giving the actual answer.
Yeah, no, I don't care. I don't care if my answer got overcut, as long as someone.
Dang it.
What was the joke?
It can't be repeated.
Yeah, no, it's
Why?
it's fine.
It's just how it works.
Whoa, that there was a car who just fell from the roof.
Also here, that's Android 21. I'm gonna post it in the Discord.
I like her dress.
It's a cool dress.
She looks like yeah, like weird Karen from Pokemon.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Karen from Naruto, because that also would have been accurate.
I don't know a
Well, it's the
Karen.
glasses.
I don't know a
Yeah, it's the
Naruto.
glasses and the red hair.
Yeah.
And Karen from Naruto is the lady who is in
Has
love with
glasses and
Sasuke. Is in love with Sasuke for some reason.
Who's not in love with Sasuke?
In that
Sasuke.
show, basically nobody.
Sasuke's not in love with Sasuke.
Only somebody completely fucking in love with themselves could style their hair like that every morning.
Hashtag just woke up. Hashtag no filter.
That's just how his hair is. He doesn't style it. It's just the edge.
Oh god, why is there a hobo in the corner?
You know, I was talking to somebody.
Look, man, homeless people exist. You can't just pretend they don't.
I was talking to
Very
somebody about Naruto, and I told him that I liked Naruto when it was just about ninjas, like kid ninjas just growing up in a difficult world, right?
Go assassinate people. That's your mission. Go kill somebody.
Yeah, and like that's what like it should have been, like them dealing with like that bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been like
And
somewhat
instead, no
interesting.
magical friendship adventure.
Yeah, and it just because we gotta find Sasuke
Why do the
because
homeless hate you?
I don't know.
because he's white.
I'm not, but I'm Middle Eastern.
You're dressed in a fight. I don't know.
It's fair.
Also, there's probably a bounty on you.
Maybe.
Well, nobody else in town seems to notice the fact that he is a notorious assassin like his country.
Well, the homeless will definitely because this is their shot to not be.
Well, yeah, the homeless have nothing better to do than for events.
Yeah. As they do now.
What are they gonna do? Leap their alley?
Yeah.
Sounds like a sex act. Anyways.
So speaking of things that sound like sex acts, I was playing Fire Emblem Heroes in the bathroom at work, if you know what I'm saying.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Find a way to repay this
And I had
kindness
enough orbs to do like a big character buy.
Yeah, you had
Yeah, you
two
did.
big orbs, didn't you?
I had 20 orbs, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, shit.
Man's neck.
You had 20 orbs lined up in a sequence.
20 orbs, character by toilet. Got
Yep.
And then you just
And-
pulled it out, and then
Yep.
out came the gotcha.
it.
Yep.
There's a Sarah.
Well, no, I got Nephany from from Path of Radiance.
I don't like the Ike series except for the first one.
Path of Radiance is the first one.
I never finished the first one. Versus the Wii one, though. I gotta remember.
I like the
Which
Wii
was
one.
good
I like the
Might be
Wii.
the Wii
I like the Wii one more than the GameCube one.
Nephany looks okay, I guess.
Yeah.
Spears are cool.
And so I was coming out of the bathroom and I told someone, "Hey, I was playing Fire Emblem Heroes and I got a Nephany in the bathroom." And I pointed at my phone, which was in my pocket, so it looked like I was pointing at my
damn it.
pants.
Well,
What was their reaction?
What? Oh no.
Look at all these fuckers playing Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
a bunch of losers. The game's nowhere near as good as fucking Xenoverse 2.
The game isn't as good as
That game's shit.
Marvel's Capcom Infinite, where you can get Easter eggs as your pre-order.
What?
Huh?
Like what?
You can get Air Force Captain Marvel as a PlayStation exclusive
Did I cut
costume.
out? I said that you can get Easter eggs.
I heard that, but what are the Easter eggs?
No, they're Easter eggs.
Easter? No, yeah, but what are
Literal Easter
literal?
eggs.
Literal
Yes.
Easter eggs?
Well, you're supposed to get the Infinity Gems, but they're just plastic eggs. That's the joke, is that they look
Oh.
like Easter eggs.
Oh, okay.
Keep up. You gotta keep up with these things.
I can't.
I'm a fast comedian. I'm a rookie comedian. That's why I say the N-word. So edgy.
You're like Kramer.
Yeah,
You are basically our Kramer, to be fair.
I can accept this. Guess who my favorite Seinfeld character
So man, why does Air Force Captain Marvel look so much better than actual Captain Marvel?
Because it's got the
Captain
short
Marvel
hair.
is just a generic blonde girl.
Because also, yeah, it's like it's mostly better, to be honest. Because man, Captain Marvel looks way better with short hair.
Captain Marvel looks way better
As
when it.
Monica Rambeau.
Yeah, that's.
But we aren't getting that. Like, we have to accept that.
Well,
Why?
you can mod it in the PC.
Oh yeah, when the PC version comes out. The problem is their powers aren't the same. Monica Rambeau has radical awesome powers, and Captain Marvel has generic basic powers.
What are Monica?
So she controls light in all its forms. So like, let me just see if I can find this panel from Next Wave.
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na.
I feel like a next wave Marvel movie.
On the one hand, yes. On the other hand, no.
Why not?
Because I don't. Because they might give it to someone who would mess it up. They might.
James Gunn.
Well, yes, that would be the person to give Next Wave to.
God, you've saved me. All the city will know of your sacrifice.
James Gunn seems to know what he's doing.
I was reading a thing that apparently James Gunn is going to make a Thunderbolts movie.
A what movie?
Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts is a Marvel team that is a
That
bunch
is
of
the Suicide Squad.
yeah. I read my sister's Thunderbolts comics that she had.
Which Thunderbolts run? Man, there have been a lot of them.
The most recent one with Winter Soldier and
Oh, right.
Moonstone, and it was really good up until the point at which they had to tie it into Secret Empire.
So that's kind of how Marvel Comics goes. It's like, oh, this isn't so bad, and then they tie it into an event, and it's like, oh, this is terrible, because events are terrible. Look at that! Look at that fucking infrared laser beam she's shooting. Is that not the sickest shit?
I like the way it's drawn.
Yeah, it's
Stuart-
fucking radical.
Stuart Eminem is good art.
So you know what's weird? I remember watching the Injustice 2 story mode, and
I don't.
what's the guys with like the fire thing out of his thing called? Firebrand?
Storm?
Yes.
Firestorm. Firebrand is Capcom.
Yes.
In the story mode, he did something where he made like kryptonite fire.
Yeah. So his thing is like.
But I thought kryptonite was like just hard cells krypton.
Yeah.
Crystallized.
Yeah.
So how can he make kryptonite fire?
Well, it's the same
Very
way that-
carefully.
It's
It's the same way that you
there's
make
a kryptonite-
Superman pills.
Kryptonite what?
It's the same way that there's a kryptonite 8.
Is it kryptonite 8?
Yes.
Is it like a golem?
No, it's a gorilla that shoots kryptonite out of its eyes.
Did it come from Krypton?
Are its
actually
eyes
don't-
portals to the punch dimension?
What?
Huh?
Are its
Oh, right, yes.
Okay,
Now I
good.
get that.
That's important.
I didn't catch it for a second, but then I understood what you were referring to.
Speaking of the punch dimension, I accidentally buffed Cyclops in the Marvel Puzzle Quest game, and I feel really bad about it. Yeah, I know.
Look at that. Also, man, the person who drew that doesn't know how to draw a gorilla because that's clearly a giant chimpanzee.
Yep.
Also,
Wow, DC has fucking terrible editors. Anyways, how do you not realize it's not even the right combination? Jesus, these people are fucking shit. Anyways,
no wonder Gorilla Grodd is always pissed off. He's like, oh my god, would that not be like the funniest thing if they brought back the kryptonite chip and then Gorilla Grodd was like, that's not a gorilla.
You
That's
guys,
him.
why are you
No,
being...
and that's like the whole thing. It's just him fighting the fact that it's not a gorilla, it's a chip.
the thing is, it originally was a gorilla. Like, in the original comics, he was totally a gorilla.
And then the artist fucked up and made it a chimp.
Yeah, I guess that artist is just terrible. Or they changed him to a chimpanzee for new comics. Because, I mean, he's from that era of Superman. Look at that. Look how upset Superman... Actually, it looks pretty pleasant.
Yeah, he looks like he's getting a massage. I was like,
Yeah,
trying to
he's
see.
actually pretty into that. Might be with the spine. Oh, it's a good thing that brick wall is in the way.
Is that like Lois Lane?
Yes.
That's why she's like so upset.
He's
She's
trying to
crazy.
convince the gorilla to put on giant lead glasses so that it won't kill Superman. Yeah, that's what's happening in that. Man, old comics are amazing. Why aren't they like that anymore? Oh, man.
So why can Firestorm do kryptonite fire?
So he's got dumb. His power is basically I can control atoms and rearrange them to make different elements.
Uh-huh.
And he's just like dumb, so he usually just makes fire and shit. But he, like, it's two people combined into one, and it's like one smart girl who knows chemistry and then one guy who's an idiot. So it's like, hey, lady, tell me how to make blank, and she's like, okay, here's the chemical formula, and then he does it. Because
That's
it's
weird,
dumb.
because
Their whole thing is stupid.
in
they're
Injustice
terrible
it was two dudes.
I don't. Well, there have been multiple versions of Firestorm, so I don't know which version that is. The version I remember is the one that was in during Blackest Night, the Big Dumb Green Lantern event, and that was definitely a dude and lady combo to make Firestorm.
I wish to see you.
hear him speak. It can be arranged, but we must be careful.
Comic books are
There are
dumb,
still
except
those
when
who
they're really
reject
good.
illumination. They would harm
Comic
you.
books are
And they are
good
ignorant and
when
afraid. You
they
seem
put
sincere.
they take something
But how do I
monumentally
know I can
serious
trust you?
and then like
Hurts me to even hear
either
you
make
ask
it
a
really
question.
awesome, which they
Very
probably
well.
won't,
We gather each day
or
in the
make it
madrasa.
comical in some
He
way.
comes to speak and then leads us into the city.
Like
Man.
how
I feel like
Could I join you then?
taking something monumentally serious and then making it funny is maybe like the part that makes Gwenpool super great.
yeah.
Because like
Really are.
everything
also
about
kinda
that
do
is
reverse every now and
kind of fucked up, and then it's like, oh god, why is this funny?
They do the reverse sometimes too, where it's like they take the comical premise of girl trapped in Marvel Universe who knows everyone's secret identities, and then actually point out the serious parts of that, and it's like, oh, that's actually really interesting.
Yeah,
Or like something like Great Lake.
I can't
Great
say
Lake-
it enough. The latest story arc they did with like evil future Gwenpool was fucking amazing.
That or
Like,
something
the
like
whole talk between her and her evil future self about why she is evil in the future is one of my very favorite things.
that or Great Lakes Avengers. I think Great Lakes Avengers does the. It's trying to be serious, but everybody's so incompetent that it's just comical in its own way and it makes fun of itself.
It's kind of why Next Wave is great, is that Monica Rambeau thinks she's leading an actual superhero team, and no one
And no-
disagrees. Monica Rambeau desperately wants to be leading a superhero team because she used to lead the Avengers. She wants to relive those glory days, but the Next Wave squad are not superheroes. Or, they are. They're just not traditional superheroes. They're better.
his name is the Captain.
His name is the Captain.
Hey, Zone
I mean,
is.
to be fair, he tried other names.
He did. None of them worked out.
Yeah, Captain America beat him up, shoved a bar of soap in his mouth, and left him in a dumpster.
Tom Cruise beat him up.
Can we talk about Flatman?
Flatman's okay.
Flatman's great.
He's pretty good.
I just want to take a moment to say that in that Thunderbolts comic, they brought up like the Masters of Evil or something like that,
Oh yeah.
and there was a character in it named Man Killer.
I'm not actually familiar with them.
I don't know, it was like Baron Zemo and Man Killer and just a bunch of the most generic villain names you can think of.
You
Man
think
Killer's pretty
villains?
hot.
You think villains have that that thing where like somebody's
Uh-oh.
like I'm the Joker, and then like the Joker's like, no, you can't do that. That's my name.
I mean, that's the whole shtick behind the Captain.
Sorry, this costume is amazing. I'm just gonna post this picture of Man Killer.
I like-
Server's never heard from again.
I like the
Yep.
the crotch feet.
Uh-huh. Because where else would I put it, I guess?
That reminds me of
It's a little on the nose, but...
that reminds me of that Photoshop picture of Kojima where he Uber in a black chicken and someone Photoshop Big Boss on it with an aeroplane.
We found the place. It's just as you
I
described.
remember watching some reviews for
deal with this himself.
what's that game? That movie called
Best we say nothing to the
Suicide Squad.
A wise
And some people
course
being
of
surprised that there were like villains
action. Truth
called
be
like
told, I'll be
Killer
happy when
Croc
this
and
business is
Boomerang
done.
Man or whatever the fuck
Oh,
his
Captain
name is.
Boomerang is great.
Soon.
Captain Boomerang, like
Today
or
should
Gorilla
see the
Grodd,
last
and people
of
were
them
like,
put to torture.
these are some serious
come here.
characters, and it's like, how do you not know that? Like, I'm
still
not
have
even
the
like a
letter I
serious
gave you?
like comic
Yes.
book guy, and I knew.
Go and
Gorilla
deliver it
Grodd.
then. You will find the one it's
Like
meant
something like
for,
back how I
inside
can
the
understand
madrasa.
somebody not knowing. I did not know Gorilla Grodd.
To be fair, Gorilla Grodd is pretty shit.
I think he's great. He's a revolutionary. He's like the Martin Luther King.
He just wants to turn people into gorillas. He made a giant gorilla laser that turned the planet into gorillas.
Sean being a gorilla.
See, this just reminds me of that Spider-Man thing about if you can
That is that
rewrite
gorillas have tiny penises.
Do they?
Yes.
if
Never
you
mind, I don't want to be a
Really
gorilla.
tiny.
if you can rewrite DNA as you want, why don't you cure cancer? And then he's like, I don't want to cure cancer. I want to be a dinosaur.
Yeah,
What?
It was a dude from a Spider-Man comic. He was like I think his name is actually just Dinosaurus or something like that. But he's a dude who had like technology that could bring people into dinosaurs. And Spider-Man was like, if you can rewrite people's DNA on the fly, you could cure cancer with that technology. And his answer was just, but I don't want to cure cancer. I want to turn people into dinosaurs.
I like that.
Yeah, no, he's honest. He knows what he wants.
That was written by like somebody legit in the realm of like comedies, which was really weird from what I remember.
I want that in the next Amazing Spider-Man movie or whatever. That guy should make an appearance. I don't want to cure cancer. I want to turn people into dinosaurs. I love that.
Hey man, he knows what he wants. Maybe it was like just a Mystery Science Theater, like someone who wrote on the Mystery Science Theater recently.
What was the guy from the first Amazing Spider-Man where he had like the fart gas that turned it was like it turns people into lizards or something like that?
Oh, you mean the lizard?
Is that his name?
Yes.
Oh.
Of course that's his name. All of Spider-Man's villains are just animals. It's not the octopus, it's the scorpion. It's
What-
Well, I said
the
Green
rhino.
Goblin.
What
the
about
vulture,
what
the
about
lizard.
what about the Shocker?
I mean, really, he represents humanity as a whole.
We as humans
Yeah, look
are
at that
animals. But I don't want to cure cancer. I want to turn people into.
Also, I had a weird revelation, like, recently.
That's great.
I went to Wikipedia to look up the thing about the street sharks. Because I needed a name
And a
for my
bunch
Xan-
of pictures of Vin Diesel came up.
No, I just needed a name for my Xantrios that I caught in Monster Hunter stories. So I was thinking, hey, street sharks, there we go. And
Zamtrios is a street shark.
basically.
Damn
So
it.
the thing is, like, there was a show that I thought existed as a child, where a team of dinosaur mercenaries from space came to Earth to fight evil raptors.
Isn't that Street Sharks?
Yeah, no, it turns out they were just side characters in Street Sharks who basically took over the show. I always thought it was two completely different shows, but apparently that's where all of those characters were from, that I always remember.
Wait,
'Cause there was like an evil raptor with like 3 rocket launcher things on his arm and like a big metal jaw.
I thought
And-
Street Sharks was about aliens coming to Earth and they were sharks.
Well, no, because the Street Shark guys were just injected with shark DNA via some kind of dumb DNA laser.
Damn it. Again.
The evil scientist accidentally injected himself with piranha DNA. So that's like they were just constantly going after the evil scientist who was turning people into weird fish monsters for some reason. Yeah.
You really suck at pickpocketing.
I do. I don't know why. This normally isn't this hard. Insert joke here.
I don't want to cure cancer. I want to turn people into dinosaurs.
I mean, who doesn't?
I'd turn people into dinosaurs if I could.
Yeah.
Some people deserve it. You know?
What?
I mean, being a dinosaur isn't necessarily a bad thing.
Wouldn't turning someone with cancer into a dinosaur cure them of their cancer?
It might. Because presumably the DNA rewrite into a dinosaur would also cover the whole, like, dinosaur bit.
Yeah.
Or, cover the cancer bit. So, sorry, I just randomly ran into a thing, and you remember that time that New York got overrun by symbiotes, but then also simultaneously dinosaurs?
Yes.
Why did that happen again?
I
I know I shouldn't be asking you guys. Technically, I should be the one explaining this, but I just saw that panel again and was like, wait, why was this a
To
thing?
be fair, Venom versus a bunch of Venoms versus a bunch of dinosaurs sounds really
the dinosaurs
fucking
were the symbiotes. Like the
Symbiote
symbiotes.
dinosaur sounds fucking cool.
It was pretty cool. Deadpool ended up killing a giant symbiote T-Rex, if I remember right.
So, what's
There we go.
Is Carnage also a symbiote?
Yes.
Yes, Carnage is Venom's offspring. Like, Venom basically reached the point in its life cycle where it spat out an egg and it spat out a horrible red symbiote thing that latched onto a serial killer.
From the South.
Yes.
He wants to have a golden monument with the Confederate flag in the middle of liberal New York City that plays Freebird all the time.
So that whole story arc was because there was a big dumb event. So, do you remember that time that the Red Skull got Professor Xavier's brain? That happened.
Actually, yes.
So yeah, that happened, and the Red Skull got psychic powers.
That's a great
And
thing.
He was trying to get everyone to go all concentration camp on the mutants, because what else is he gonna do, I guess?
Isn't he immune? He has
No.
a red skull.
No, the Red Skull's just a guy who accidentally gassed himself in the face because he's dumb.
Why does he have a red skull?
Because the gas that he gassed himself in the face with accidentally, like, shrank his skin up around his face and made him turn into a Red Skull. Yeah, it's a dumb origin story, but that's what he's got. So he got Xavier's brain and was going around trying to make people genocide the mutants, and it kind of worked for a little bit, and then everybody went and tried to stop him. But when they beat him, it turned into Onslaught, which is Professor Xavier's dumb evil alter ego. And then they killed that, but it caused a big dumb psychic wave that, like, turned the heroes in the area evil and the villains in the area good. So Carnage was a superhero for a little while, and that was what that story arc was about. They wanted the statue built, because Carnage was in the middle of saving New York from a bomb. And that was his request, was that because he was saving New York from a bomb, he wanted them to build a statue of him in the middle of New York. They just blared Freebird and waved the Confederate flag.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
Also, didn't he die?
Yeah, but he came back, because why not?
Oh, yeah.
He got ripped in half in space and came back. The Sentry picked him up, threw him into space, ripped him into 2 pieces, and left him in the atmosphere, and he survived.
Can we, like, petition that statue to actually be made? Like, you know how in... But you know how in Virginia they took down that Robert E. Lee one?
Yeah.
Let's just replace it with that one.
Just put.
I
Just,
think, to be fair, I would be fine with a big statue of Carnage that goes from Freebird who waves the Confederate flag.
Yeah, that'd be like, I think
oh
everybody
God!
should be down with that.
Why? Why does everybody hate me? Oh God, I'm stuck up on this thing and I can't get off.
The UNT of peace.
There we go.
I'd be fine with that statue. I think it would spice the place up a little bit. Just put it between that Wall Street Bull and that dumb little girl statue.
Yeah. Put it in the...
So that it just looks like the bold little girl angrily staring at Carnage all day.
Put it in every...
There
like,
we go.
Put it in every airport for international flights so that when...
In this we agree.
When foreigners
Like
come
other
in...
countries'
Stay my
airports?
Yeah.
What is it you're
No,
master
for
in
like
this?
when people coming
Why
in from
destroy
out of
all
the
this
country
knowledge?
come in, that's the first thing they hear.
No, I like the idea of putting it in other countries' airports.
Every time we conquer a new country,
not what I
that's
see.
what we put there. That's the first thing we erect. is there.
these parchments.
No, not the first thing.
Jubair holds the cure. He'll
Why not
free
the
us
first
from
one?
their
Man, why does
lies.
Spider-Man have so many goddamn stupid villains?
You've lost your mind.
Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Not lost, but found.
I mean, why the...
Remember when he gave up his like his son to the devil
Mary
or
Jane
something?
and
His
his
marriage
unborn
and his
son.
unborn
Fanatic is all you
daughter.
are.
Remember when he gave Mary Jane cancer because of his radioactive semen?
You should be.
Yeah, that happened.
I think
Remember that
Spider-Man's
time he killed
demon...
Gwen Stacy by being a terrible superhero?
his
Remember that time he
weapons
killed
were
Uncle
hand-
Ben by being a terrible superhero?
Well, to be fair, he wasn't a superhero then.
I thought he
You didn't kill
was.
him.
No,
No,
he was just like being a shit with his powers. He wasn't actually going out and saving people.
Oh.
But yeah, no, I just like the explanation for why Gwen Stacy died is that Spider-Man caught her with the web like an idiot and it snapped her neck. Because he doesn't understand physics.
I thought he
It
was
turned into
like
a
his.
hand.
Falling super fast. I need to catch her. Let me grab her by the leg.
No, he grabbed her by... Well, I guess maybe in the comic it's different. In the movie, he caught her by the abdomen.
Yeah, in the comic, he like shot a web thing down that caught her by like the
Altair,
foot.
my friend.
In the comic, did the
you
web
have
turn into
become
a
quite
hand?
the wanted
No.
man.
In the
As
movie,
Yeah,
it
in the
turned
movie,
into a
yeah.
hand.
I must
Yeah.
prepare my family for the trip back to the safety of Masayef this afternoon.
Could you finish my last assignment in
You
exchange
remember in the
for
movie when
information?
Electro was like
Some men
jumping
must be
between
eliminated in Jubair's
the electrical
quarter.
pylons and he
Be
was
fast,
playing
my
Itsy
friend.
Bitsy Spider?
I'm sorry. Hold on. Electra was
I
in.
said Electro.
Oh, I thought you said Electra, and I was
Pretty sure I said
very
So
confused.
yeah, that's the original comic version. He was like, bam, I totally saved her, guys.
Also, the only Spider-Man movie I've seen is like the first one and Homecoming.
Well, he's being like a little shit too. That must have been embarrassing.
It was really embarrassing whenever he reeled her in and realized, oh wait, shit, she's dead. Oh, it turns out I'm a terrible superhero.
Did I do that?
Always have been.
Who's worse, Spider-Man or who's that other guy? Green Lantern? I know it's a difficult question.
I think, well, it's hard to decide because the thing is that Spider-Man is generally regarded as a good superhero, while Green Lantern is generally regarded as shit. So it almost makes Spider-Man worse because people don't acknowledge how shitty he is.
Yeah, but my counterpoint is you have the power to create whatever you want with your mind, but I'm just gonna create planes all the time.
Because he's an Air Force pilot and dumb. Look, Hal Jordan is stupid. Everyone knows this. It is
What's just that one guy that likes
universe
it?
fact. Hal Jordan.
My
is
brother?
Yeah, isn't he like the current like editor for DC or whatever?
No.
That would explain so much.
Well, didn't he have like some
They
big?
push Hal Jordan so hard as like the best Green Lantern ever, when every other Green Lantern is more interesting and better.
Didn't you say something like one of like the DC editors really loves Green Lantern or something like that?
Like there was a whole event way back when where Hal Jordan turned evil and basically destroyed the universe.
Oh, is that the one
They
with
went
the...
through a giant thing of retconning him into being possessed by a giant space bug to make up for the fact that he turned evil. He
Is-
basically just whitewashed everything he ever did is totally not his fault, and also he's the best Green Lantern ever.
Is that arc the one where they had Hal Jordan wearing all the rings and looking like a crazy person?
Yes, that is the one where he turned evil.
That's a great picture. You should post that
It
in
is a
Discord.
fantastic
Altair, my friend.
Why haven't
You
he
have
put on
become
all the
quite the
rings for all
wanted
the
man,
different lanterns?
as
You-
am I.
I
I
believe
must prepare
Kyle
my
did
family
that
for
when
the
it came
trip
to
back to the
White
safety of Masayef this
stupid.
afternoon. Could
And
you
I think
finish my last
the reason they
assignment
probably
in
did that is
exchange
because it would
for
sound really bad to
information?
give him a white
Some
power
men
ring.
must be limited. to Jubair's quarter. Be fast, my friend.
Why not make him?
He is so psyched about it.
He was so happy.
He was so happy. Wouldn't you be? Look how many rings he's got. He's got rings for days.
Aren't the rings like sentient?
Yes.
Wouldn't it be like, nah, dude?
Something willpower.
Also, why is his ring different from all the other ones?
Oh, all the rings are customized to a degree.
What? Whoa. Why did that happen?
What
It's
happens
just
if
that
you
they don't
put
usually
on-
draw very much difference on them because they don't care about side characters.
What happens if you put on all the Green Lantern?
You just have more rings and can shoot more beams, I guess.
It's really like a shitty power if you have to constantly recharge the ring.
Yeah. You don't have to recharge it that often. It's just that you always have to recharge it in a comic book because they need it to be dramatic. So you always end up having to go recharge your dumb ring.
That's stupid. Why wouldn't you like charge it at night with your iPhone? Or your phone in general. I'm the only one who
Altair,
can
my
do that.
friend. You
But
have
anyway, my
become
point
quite
is,
the wanted man, as am
can't
I.
you just like plug it
I
in
must
and like
prepare my
charge it?
family for the trip back to the safety of
Does it
Masayef
take
this
AC
afternoon.
power?
Could
Don't you
finish
have to
my
say
last
the dumb
assignment?
rhyme or
You have to say
something?
your dumb oath
Information.
and stick your
Some
ring
men must be
into
eliminated in
Why do I
Jubair's
have to say
quarter.
the O?
Be fast,
because that's
my friend.
the code word that activates the ring to recharge.
Can we just make it something short like?
Yo, let's go.
Can I just make it something like a password like 0279 like? Why do I have to say in darkest Knight and Black.
In Brightest Day,
Dicks and
in,
want to make sure that you're on board with their dumb policy.
in Brightest Day, in Brackus Night, in Brackus Night,
In
in
Brightest Night and Darkest Day.
No, you got it backwards.
in bright.
TFP had it right there for a second.
In Brightest Day, in
I got,
Blackest Night,
Green Lantern's
no
next support. I
evil
forgot my tab.
shall escape my sight. Something, 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 something. Green Lantern's light.
Yeah,
And,
you got it. That's
And
probably
Brad-
close enough. It would probably work.
and Brightest Caucasian and Darkest.
Just Bruce Campbell your way through the Green Lantern oath.
Yep.
Hey,
just
can we
mumble.
just?
Mumble the parts you don't know. It's probably fine.
Hey, Green Lantern guys, can we change the password to be like?
Something
Wowza
easier to
or
say in the
something?
middle of a fight.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Can we just make it like activate, recharge?
Green Lanterns are cool. They are done. Recharge.
Green power.
The dumbest thing is that all of the different colored Lantern Corps
Have a different
an
oath.
Yeah, it's stupid. Because why would all of them have that? It's so dumb. There's a single existing Orange Lantern. Why would he have an oath?
Because he wants to belong.
Who's the Orange Lantern? Is that the cat?
No, it's a dude named Larfleeze. He's
Yeah.
basically... He's a space warthog.
Oh.
Basically just wants... Like, his whole thing is just being insanely greedy because he used to be a space pirate. And the orange ring basically makes you just crazy greedy. So he's just got a planet covered in tons and tons of gold and shit that he stole and just hoards in a cave. And also cheeseburgers. He's way into cheeseburgers.
Cheeseburgers are delicious.
Also, Hal Jordan got an orange ring one time and just immediately became obsessed with getting a cheeseburger. And that was pretty okay. The Orange Lanterns are one of the better things to come out of that dumb Lantern Corps thing.
Do you think the mascot for the Green Lantern Corps is the Jolly Green Giant?
No, it's a big dumb space whale.
Why a whale?
I don't know.
Because
Those
whales,
aren't even green.
whales are the
All
most
Lantern
hopeful
Corps
creature.
have all of the Lantern Corps have a big dumb spirit animal.
Can we change our animal to be something not stupid?
No.
What is the GV for?
Why would you even want to be a Green Lantern? Green
I-
Lanterns are stupid. The other colors are better. Yellow Lanterns are way radder.
Eh.
That greed.
No, yellow is fear.
Oh. Wait. So if you need a lot of willpower, right? That's what you need for
Green,
Lantern.
yes.
So does that mean you just have to be a chicken shit to be a Yellow Lantern?
No, the Yellow Lanterns work backwards because they realized how stupid that would be. They switched it around to where Yellow Lanterns work by making other.
But that's not how the Green Lantern works.
It's not how any of the other Lantern Corps work. But they realized how stupid it was and they already wrote themselves into a corner, so they had to change it. Like, Orange Lanterns work by you being greedy, Red Lanterns work by you being mad, Blue Lanterns work by you being hopeful. Like, all of them work the way you would expect, except for the yellow ones, because the yellow ones are really dumb when they try to work the way all the other ones do.
I could be a Yellow Lantern if it was you had to be afraid all the time.
Oh, well, I mean, 90% of the planet could be, because, man, anxiety's a bitch.
I don't know. I think Yellow Lanterns could be cool. Like, the more you beat them, the more powerful they get because they're more afraid of losing.
There's a, like, mirror universe Hal Jordan that works that way. Where the more terrified he is, the stronger he gets.
See, that kind of works.
His ring is actually like a crazy space Cthulhu that is constantly shit-talking him to make him stronger.
Why isn't that how all the Green Lanterns are?
I don't know, it's way more interesting.
Altair, my friend.
Yeah, like I would like
have
the
become
yellow
quite
ones
the
if it was like the
wanted
more
man,
scared they got, the
as
more
am
powerful
I.
they got.
I must
And they all
prepare
had,
my
like,
family for a
schizophrenia
trip
and
back
stuff
to
like
the
that.
safety of Masayef this afternoon.
That sounds more
Could you
interesting
finish
than
my last
we like
assignment
making
in
people
exchange for information?
scared.
Some men must be eliminated in Jubair's quarter.
Remember when the Green Lantern's weakness is the color yellow?
Remember when the Green Lantern's weakness was wood?
Yep.
Wait, how do Green Lanterns beat Yellow Lanterns?
Because the whole thing is that the yellow thing only applies to rookies.
Sounds retarded.
Remember
Sounds
when?
like they're making
When you have enough willpower, then you can overcome the dumb yellow weakness.
Remember when?
Like, they out that there was apparently a Christmas special where the Orange Lantern guy went after Santa Claus.
Oh no.
And that sounds pretty okay.
Why did? Why? Okay. Apparently,
Sounds like
my
they're
stream
making
cut
the
out there
rules
for a
have to go
sec.
along
Hmm?
to make Green Lantern suck less.
It's fine. Remember when Batman and Robin just dressed in all yellow and Hal Jordan showed up and he was super upset?
And then Batman was drinking lemonade.
Yep.
Oh yeah, you posted that. I think. Like,
Someone posted that at some point because man, that was dumb.
what
That was
did he
from,
like?
that was from
wasn't he, like-
All Star Batman, which is one of the worst comics ever made.
Nah, sounds alright to me.
It's terrible.
But that one sequence sounds great.
It's the one with I'm the goddamn Batman.
Wasn't he like in an all yellow room or something?
Yeah.
Yes, they painted the entire room yellow, and then painted themselves yellow and had yellow costumes.
Oh my god, that sounds great. I'm the goddamn Batman.
Ah, hobos. Why? I just need to stab this man.
Which is the Robin that turns into Red Hood?
Jason Todd.
He's the worst. Remember when he was the Arkham Knight?
That was
Yep.
dumb. Also super predictable. Like that was the very first prediction anyone made was like, that looks a lot like Jason Todd. That seems like a thing he would do. Like that outfit looks like Jason Todd.
Why did he dress himself up as like that?
Because Also,
Yes.
He looks really upset.
he's mad because everything's yellow and he can't do anything.
What happens is Green Lantern drinks lemonade?
I mean,
It's refreshing
think that
and
does anything.
delicious.
I don't like lemonade, so I disagree. But
lemonade's fine.
I don't like it.
Orange juice is better, but lemonade is fine.
I prefer orange juice to lemonade, definitely, but
So I watched the latest Super Mario Odyssey trailer. The game looks really good.
it sure does.
It looks like it might replace Galaxy as my favorite Mario
Great to see you back
It
so
looks
quickly
really
and in
good.
one
The whole
piece.
world traveling thing
I
seems
must
really
return to my
interesting.
family.
And he's got
I don't
nips.
like the idea of having to
This is for
scavenge
you.
for those goddamn
Found a
whatever
map
you power
showing
the
where
hat with.
scholars are planning to burn books and other sources of knowledge. Please be
But
careful.
what about Mario
Let the
nips?
future reunite.
But also you've got a hat ship.
Give your
so-
blessings to my family.
But again, I feel like we're ignoring the important bit here.
Nobody's ignoring it. You can't ignore it. It's there. It exists.
What are you talking about?
Mario's nipples.
He has nipples?
Sure does.
Like in the latest trailer?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I must have missed it.
How can you miss them?
I'm not staring at Mario's nips.
Why not?
Why?
Sweaty Italian nipples are not the thing that I.
Big old slices of pepperoni glued to his chest.
Oh man, this is just the kill serve stream apparently.
Yeah. Little do you know, a contract was put out by Grab to make sure they make it to the next stream.
God, how could you? He's the one that got me sick. I'm feeling feverish.
Oh no! Oh god. Why is everybody mad at me? I just wanted to pickpocket those guys. I didn't even start pickpocketing those guys and everybody's super mad at me.
What are you doing? Aren't you supposed to be assassinating?
I'm trying to get information before I go assassinate the guy I'm supposed to assassinate. I need to know the lay of the land of the man I'm going to assassinate.
Speaking of the land, so the first game that I have coming with my Switch is Breath of the Wild. What other game should I get?
Splatoon's good.
Sure.
Mario Kart is pretty good.
Okay.
You're not gonna like my answer here, but Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle is pretty good.
Mario plus what?
Please,
Mario
our
plus
store
Rabbids
is
Kingdom
welcome
Battle
to
is
speak
pretty
to
good.
And I cannot
Nah,
risk
game was some
upsetting you.
shit.
Listen to yourself.
There's a version of Garo on the Switch.
And join
I
us in
already
our
have-
fight,
No,
Yeah, on my PS4.
I have a wife and child to think.
That's
which is exactly why
probably
I've
for the
come
best
to
because
you.
the version of Garo on the Switch
The
isn't
kind
super
of
great.
world you
But
want your son brought up in.
Puyo Puyo Tetris is really
If we
good.
just wait,
Sure,
we'll
I'll
hit
get that
stop,
too.
and everything will go back to normal.
I'm mostly just waiting for Metroid Prime 4 or
No way
something.
to reclaim what's
There's
taken.
Lego City Undercover, which was my favorite game of 2013, I think.
Enough.
I don't like Lego games.
I am leaving.
Yeah, but Lego City Undercover is
Lego games are
really
alright.
good.
Yeah, but I played so many of them when I was younger. I'm just kind of sick of them. It's like Dynasty Warriors. Except I don't think Lego games are shit.
Yeah, but how many Lego games make references to Die Hard and The Shawshank Redemption and Cool Hand Luke
3
and
of them.
which 3?
Lego City Undercover.
Yep, there's one.
Lego City Undercover 2 and 3.
There's only
There
one
we go.
like
We're done.
there is only
You could have just said and hit points.
I could have, yes. I fucked up. I'm sorry, TFP. As my punishment, I will play Breath of the Wild all the way through.
okay. I can accept this.
Yes, and as your punishment, you have to finish all of Resident Evil.
Nope, that's
Yep. Yep,
my,
that's all.
my punishment for winning.
I was gonna say, that's really not how punishment is supposed to work.
Well, we're in Servland.
I don't like Servland.
A lot of people
Oh.
don't seem
I want to emigrate.
to. You can't
Why not?
because you're in a concentration camp.
Whoa! That escalated incredibly quickly.
And here you're forced to listen to love live music.
I don't appreciate this.
Well, you're not supposed to. So
How often does the loading song play?
Well, that's a Idolmaster thing.
Yeah.
So every Sunday there's Idolmaster Sunday.
Why does Idolmaster have its own day?
Because the Lord played Love Live for 6 days, but on the 7th day he played Idolmaster?
Yep.
Not a single one of those fucking days did he draw more Berserk. Get on it, Miura.
Look, man.
I don't give a shit how much he likes his idols. I want to see how Berserk ends before he fucking dies.
Look.
And look at the size of the man. He doesn't have much time left. I like that he just fell off that building onto a bench and went right into sitting down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just casually.
According to plan.
Are you
Sort.
still saving civilians?
No, I'm collecting the information so I can go assassinate this guy.
Okay.
Why do you need? If you know the man you're supposed to go assassinate, why don't you?
Because he needs more information.
Because I need-
Best to stab him.
I
What
need
if his
to
foot's on the wrong side.
Yeah, it'll be like the ending of Hitman.
Oh my God, it'll be like that when.
It'll be like the ending of Ninja Assassin.
So there's a arc in Hotoku no Ken where he's fighting all the
Altair, your
South
name is
Star
on
people.
everybody's lips
There's like
these
5 of
days.
them, 5 or 6.
Amongst the
whatever.
chatter on the market this morning.
And the
I
reason
heard
why
you best
Ken is
eat
having his
what
ass
you
kicked
get.
is because this
I
man
was
was
about
born
to
with all
after
his
them,
nerve endings
but my back is
reversed.
hurt.
Yeah, Salder.
Yeah,
You should take care of them.
Salder's the
I'll wait
fucking
for you
raddest
here.
dude
We'll
on
have
the
a
planet.
quick talk
yeah,
about
he's the
things I
Phoenix.
know.
I played as him
fast,
in the
though.
bad
I am
Fist of the North Star Dynasty Warriors game all the time.
Both of them.
No, just the first one. 'Cause the second one is like the second one is so much worse than the first one. It is insane.
I only played like part of the first one.
The first one wasn't good already. The second one is way worse.
Well, it wasn't good already because it's a Dynasty Warriors game, so that already kind of put it on edge for me.
They can be good. It's just rare.
I don't believe you.
Hyrule Warriors is pretty good. And I don't even
believe
like
you.
Dynasty Warriors that much.
Fine. All I ask is for
Nobody liked Dynasty Warriors until they put their favorite franchise on it.
I'm so
The Dynasty Warriors shit up, but that's Zelda. Zelda is the best.
I don't even like Zelda.
I like Dynasty Warriors back whenever it was like Dynasty Warriors 4 Empires and shit.
I like Dynasty Warriors too when it first came out, and then I feel like I've played every single one of them. I've already played
8
Fire
Empires
Emblem.
is fun because of the extra. Like, they never go far enough with the Empires games. Is my problem. Like, they have their dumb city building and they have their weird inter-character relationship building stuff, but they never go far enough and make it like a full-on like strategy game.
The best one is the PSP one where you have to manage resources.
You mean Strike
Because-
Force?
I don't remember what the fuck it's called. It was
Is
the
the one where you
Dynasty
turn
one.
into Super Saiyans and fly around?
No, that's on the PS3.
It's also PSP though.
That it must have been one on the PSP I never played. But there was one on the PSP that I played where you have to manage resources. And like
A man is always better
certain
protected
zones
by
that
a
you go
friend's
to on the
being.
map
Yes?
cost more
This
resources
is what I
than
know
others.
about your type.
So you have to be
The
careful.
scholar
You can't
Joubert
just go
is
to a
known
place
to wear
and
rich, golden robes
fuck it
and
off,
carries with
because
him
then-
Well, that's
around
why
his
Empires is
purse.
good, because you have to
This
like put
distinguishes
guards and
Joubert from
armies
the
into
other
places to
scholars of
defend them
Damascus.
from other empires.
Yeah, and
if
if
you
And like
more
upgrade
must
territories
see
to
my
get better
doctor
blacksmiths,
about
to get better weapons, and upgrade your fucking farmland to get more people for your army.
yeah, and if Dynasty Warriors moved that way, and then there was like the part of it where you control and you wipe out dudes, and that's fine.
That's
But they're
what the
not like
Empires
that.
games are.
But they're not like that.
That's what the Empires games are.
Yeah. But they're not like that. They're still boring as shit.
No, I'm saying the thing you just said is exactly what the Empires games are.
Yeah,
manage
but
all
you
your
just
dumb
said that
resources
they
and
never
upgrade-
go far enough with that
No,
idea.
they never do, but they have that thing you just said.
Yeah. But it's probably not well cooked.
Not really. Like, it's... The thing is, they keep improving on it, but so little at a time, it's like, just go all the way, you fucks. Like, in fucking 8 Empires, there's a system where your character can hook up with another character, and then the game uses the character creator to just mash both character models together and create horrifying offspring.
That sounds
Your kid can
great.
become an officer, and it's terrible. It's the worst, but it's amazing. Because like,
It's the worst, but it's
first
the
time it
best.
happened- Yeah, the first time it happened, the kid came out
What
like
news, Altair?
pink and with
I've
bright
learned
red
much
hair
about
and
my enemy.
horns, and it's
Share
like,
what you
wait,
know then.
what?
Jubair
They were two
has become
completely
obsessed
normal-looking
with
people.
purging the
What
city of
happened?
knowledge.
What went wrong in
Most terrible
translation?
Now I see why Al-Mualim wants you to remove him. He's using
And then
the
it lets
city
you
scholars
just like
to assist
save
him.
those
They
kid
go out into the
characters that it
streets,
makes to
harassing
create a
the people
character
and
list
collecting all their written
for future
words.
use if you happen to like
Theory
kid
intends to
characters.
destroy them all.
How often did you avoid
It's like
Must be stopped.
it's like that end of Metal Gear
That's why
Rising where you
He's
have
to hold a meeting
the
soon at the Madrasa al-Qalasa.
train of thought.
It's where
Really
I'll
don't know
take
where
his
you're going
life.
with this.
I'm going with like there's a codec conversation with Sunny where she talks about how she designed the ship and how it was like in the computer they would just merge planes and run simulations, and whichever ones did the best they would then merge those and then run simulations and
I don't
just
think that's how engineering works. Like,
Yeah.
all-
It is
No.
when you have computers.
yeah.
Simulation's a king. Simulate everything. Billion times. See if it works. It's kind of how.
I'll leave you
You know
alone.
how disappointed I
Bring
was when I
glory
heard
to
there was
the
a game and that it's a fucking Muso game?
Huh?
You know how disappointed I was when I heard there was a Berserk game, like a new one coming out,
Fast forward
and I saw the
10.
fucking Koei Tecmo logo pop down there, and it's like... Because the problem with that game is that most of it takes place during the golden years. Guess
Yeah.
what you fight during the golden years?
Humans.
Soldiers. So what does it look like? It just looks like a generic fucking thing, and then when you get to the
The
demons-
real problem, I think, honestly, is that Dynasty Warriors combat has never been good because it's always just for mowing down giant hordes of people. So the one-on-one fights against other officers always suck. Because it just feels like you're mowing down hordes of people with an officer thrown in the middle that you have to hit more times than usual.
I
The
thought...
one-on-one fights don't feel good, so therefore the whole game doesn't feel good.
So when I first
If they just made the one-on-one fights good, people would lose a lot of the animosity towards them. But all the one-on-one fights suck.
what it needs...
Make a better combat system, you fucks. Get to
So
it.
I know you don't like For Honor, but For Honor has a thing where you have a mode for like just mowing down the little guy.
What's... Oh, For Honor. I thought you said
Yeah.
For.
No, in For Honor you have
I
the mode.
really liked the way For Honor looked. Like, the whole idea of just, like, one swing, kill normal guys. Like, you just have a mass combat
Yeah.
button.
Yeah, and
that was
but
all
then
great.
like,
I just hated the actual combat when you fought another guy.
but what I'm saying is like that concept of you have a mode for just wiping out everybody, and then you have like the
And then you have the one-on-one. Yeah, like that was a great idea. When I saw the trailers for that game and saw that was how it worked, I went, "Oh man, it's like a way better version of Dynasty." But then I played it and got to the one-on-one combat and was like, "Oh, this is only works if you have another player because the AI is terrible."
and like that's the part of it. And like I remember playing like Devil May Cry and thinking, it was like, wow, they're gonna take like this Devil May Cry gameplay and evolve it into like their Dynasty Warriors and shit, right? It's not gonna be just XXXY. It's gonna be like you can do like cool fucking combos on like huge hordes of people. No, it's not
No,
like
that's
that.
where the problem is the fighting, like, the part where you're doing combos to huge hordes of people is the problem, because the part where your combos have to hit those huge hordes of people mean that your combos aren't made for fighting one-on-one, which means the one-on-one fighting feels like an afterthought.
The problem is that there are no combos. It's just XXXY,
What
not
reason
like
is this?
They are
You push the XXX and the YYY, and you will be sucked.
ignorance.
it's
No.
not. I
These bits
do
of
not
paper
want
are
to be
covered in
sucked.
lies.
I want to do
They
sucking.
poison your minds. And
When
so
I
long
fight
as
somebody,
they
I wanna
exist,
suck them off.
You cannot hope to see the world
Hot.
That's what I
the way
want.
it truly is.
All right?
You got there.
Yes.
How can you accuse these
I know what I
scrolls
said.
of being
and
weapons?
I
No,
stand
like,
by
that's
it.
the thing, is
They are
like,
tools
the
of
XXX and
learning.
the
You
YY
turn
part
to
doesn't
them
really
for
bother me
answers
that
and
much.
It bothers me
Combat
because
itself
it's so
rely
fucking
more
boring.
upon them
No,
than
if the
yourself.
combat was good, that wouldn't be a
This
problem.
makes you weak
That's what
and
I'm saying, is like, the
You
buttons
trust
themselves
in
don't make a damn
words.
bit of difference. The
Drops
problem is
of
the
ink.
combos are what
Do you
sucks.
ever stop to think
Yeah,
of who
no,
put
no.
them
The
there?
X and
Or
Y,
why?
you know,
No,
if that was
you
Tom
simply
Bayonetta, it would be a
accept
shitty
their
game
words
because
without
that's all you do
question.
throughout the game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But
But
there's an
it's
inherent-
just a combination of X's and Y's in
Yeah,
various
yeah,
orders.
but I'm saying there's
He's
an element of death in Bayonetta.
You are
Yeah,
wrong.
that's what I'm saying,
These
is because
tests
Dynasty
give the
Warriors
gift
never
of
made the,
knowledge.
never took the
We need
combat
them.
far enough so that the one-on-one combat
Love your
feels
precious
weighty and
writings.
important.
You do
That it doesn't,
anything for
like-
them?
Yes.
Yeah, like For Honor's system
Yes.
of
Oh,
okay,
no!
here's a mode for taking out hordes of people, and then here's your one-on-one combat mode is the right way to go. I just hate the way they did the combat in that game.
Any man
Yeah,
who
and
speaks as he is just
Another
as much
thing
a
is
threat.
that it,
Do any else among you wish to challenge me?
I don't know what else I can say without just repeating.
Good.
It's just-
Yeah, like
Your
if they,
But, like,
orders
the-
are
they
simple.
went that route, that would be a
Go
good
out
thing.
into
The
the
problem is
city.
they never will.
Collect any
Yeah,
remaining
because
writings
they
and
sell
add
like
them to the
hotcakes,
piles
because
in the
let's just
streets.
throw Fire Emblem in
When
there.
you're done, we'll send
Everybody
a
will
cart
buy
to
it because
collect
that's
them,
Fire Emblem.
that they may be destroyed.
It's
Yeah,
the
but-
same game as Hyrule Warriors, but it's Fire Emblem.
But it
Koei
doesn't
Tecmo
have
was also
Urk in
responsible
it.
For Neo, which is like fucking the best Dark Souls game, but they won't
Since
fucking put that into Dynasty Warriors.
They're making a new game in that style, I think, right?
Like Neo has fucking amazing combat. It is my favorite like Souls style game to play. Like I could just fight normal enemies all fucking day in that game and not get bored because it feels fun and responsive and great. Neo has fucking rad combat and it's a Koei Tecmo thing. The problem is just that like they can make good combat, they just don't put it into Dynasty Warriors because
No.
Dynasty Warriors is about hitting huge hordes of people.
And then they take other franchise. Like I would love a character action game with Fire Emblem games because I love Fire Emblem. I think Fire Emblem's great and has great characters in it. But you give it to Tecmo and it's like, yeah, let's just hit dudes with like whiffing bats. And that's another thing. It's like if they made the hordes of enemies like, if I see like a horde of enemies, right? And my immediate thought is not, oh man, I better be careful. It's just not, I'm just gonna go in there and hit the XXX and the YYY and just suck everybody off.
Well, see, my whole thing was that at a certain point, they should have just made the hordes of enemies hit sparks on your attacks. Like, the enemies are generated as you swing to just fly away from your weapon, because they don't matter. The hordes of
Yeah.
enemies have never mattered.
Yeah,
There was
they
like
should-
one
they
game where they
should-
mattered, and they only mattered because every fucking hit knocked you out of a combo, so it was just really annoying getting hit in the back and never being able to do anything.
Yeah.
The hordes of enemies have never been good.
No.
Citizen!
And that's actually why I like Musno All-Stars, where there's literally a mode you activate that just generates more enemies for you to kill once.
And the
It
thing
fills the
is,
screen with never-ending enemies, so that you can't not hit an enemy anymore.
The truth
and like
of my
I think
word.
Dynasty Warriors games, they can work, right? Like the whole idea of I'm just a one-man army, I'm gonna take everybody out. But there needs to be like a perfect balance of
Well, the thing is,
weighty
supposed to-
combat, but a level of oh no, I can actually die, and I never feel like that in a Dynasty.
like,
Very
honestly,
rarely quite feel that way.
Dynasty Warriors would work if it was like normal Dynasty Warriors combat is how you go through the giant crowds of enemies. But then when you find like another officer and like lock on or go into one-on-one combat, then you get access to a completely different moveset made for that. That is based around like, hey, now the combat actually means something. Because
Yeah,
the combat
but-
against giant crowds of enemies has never meant anything. It's just
I-
swing wide and hit like. Find out which button combo gives
Oh,
you the
okay.
big wide area attack, and then use it non-stop because that's the only one that matters.
But the hordes should still matter, though.
But they never have, is the thing.
No, they never have, but they should. When I fight a horde of enemies, I shouldn't run into every horde of enemies thinking I'm gonna win. I still want to be challenged. Maybe some people don't feel that way. I don't know. Maybe some
That's
people
like,
just.
like the way they've always had it set up is that's what the officers are for. Is that the soldiers between you and the officers aren't a problem. They're a problem, like in the sense that there are a lot of them, and that if you leave them alone, they will eventually take over your base because of just sheer numbers.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter because I can just run in there, take them.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is the idea is they're not the problem. You could kill them all day. You just defeat the enemy officers, and the enemy officers are supposed to be a threat, but they never are because the AI is terrible and the combat is so based around fighting giant hordes of enemies. So the fight just feels dumb and clunky every time you fight one-on-one because you're made
Yeah.
for fighting giant crowds of enemies.
Yeah.
Like they
And-
just need a better system for fighting enemy officers. Like you should run into an enemy officer and then it goes into a fucking fighting game.
It should be like Pokken.
Anything to make the one-on-one fights against officers feel better, I think, would go a long way towards getting people to stop shitting on Dynasty Warriors games. Because the combat against other officers is what should, like, by their design, combat
The
against
generals should be
should
like
matter.
fighting the fucking final boss in Bayonetta. That's what like every boss against.
But that's,
That's-
in order to make that work, you need a combat system as good as Bayonetta, and they don't have it.
Well, they could because they
Yeah,
have
they
the
just need
ability.
to-
We've seen it in the.
But that's what I'm saying, is they just need to apply... They need to mix the ideas of fight giant hordes of enemies, and then also have good fights from them.
Yeah.
But
And
they
another thing is
have
like,
never done it.
you know, I just realized that the one thing that would make the horde feel good is if there was, or at least more challenging than it is, if the horde actually like function as a unit. Like when you run into a horde of units, all that happens is just go in the middle, you just swipe them all up. They don't. And I don't know how hard it is to make AI that can coordinate with each other. I assume
It's honestly not that hard. In the old games they had, I forget which one it was, I think it was 6, they had enemies that would actually get in like, you know, the big square formations and like put all their spears down and charge off ones and things like that. They attack in unison. The problem is that Dynasty Warriors 6 also fucked up the combat in a huge way and made it terrible.
yeah.
So that they made advancements in one area and then took like 1 step forward, 3 steps back.
Why did I?
No, 3. They went back 3 steps. 6 sucked.
I was making a reference to.
Use free running to escape.
I am-
I know, but I need to
from a fight
emphasize how
when
bad
exploding.
6 was.
Sprint to
I mean,
use
to
your
be
own
fair, so was
jump through emergency
Berserk in the back of the Fox. Hyrule Warriors probably.
Man, that name was terrible. Hyrule Warriors is fine.
Fire Emblem here Warriors is gonna suck too.
It's probably gonna suck, but I only say that because the characters are like stuck to their horses.
You know, they've been using the same horse models for like the past 3 games.
That doesn't surprise me.
Because
Why
I
would you
remember
ever need
playing.
to update your horse models? Nobody cares.
I
about
remember playing the Attack on Titan Musou game, which is the best one because combat is different and like that combat, the big open wide area, killing Titans actually works for Dynasty Warriors.
Dang it!
But I
that.
remember,
In that one, you're not fighting giant hordes of little guys.
no, you're fighting like,
Yeah, you're fighting the dumb titans, so it
Yeah.
works because the combat system is based around that. And that's what they need to do for Dynasty Warriors is just make a combat system made for fighting like other enemies. Like make a fighting system that feels good.
yeah, but they also need to make that in-depth, like, I'm fighting an officer and this is really dangerous type of thing. They also need to make that, like, don't just slap 2 of them together and be like, okay, we're done.
Yeah, like
That-
guess
that-
what?
that's the most
Heroes combat
important
system
one.
is great for
Yeah.
that, for one-on-one fights against things.
Yeah, and then like,
Even for two-on-one fights against things, or like big crowds of enemies where you're constantly switching targets. And like, Neo's combat is fucking great. It would not work in a Dynasty Warriors style thing where you've got thousands of enemies.
but no,
but
that's
that's
what you
why-
adapted and
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, the For Honor idea is actually fantastic. Of just, like, hold down this button as you go to mow through normal enemies, and then when you get to another guy who matters, then you go into the actual combat.
Yeah.
Like, that's a fantastic idea. They should really steal that idea.
Hire us, Koei Tecmo. We'll make a good one.
I could make a good Dynasty Warriors game if they would let me.
Yeah. Let's do
But
it.
they won't, because-
Let's become indie game
Is
developers.
that that guy?
We'll give
So you want
TFP.
to make an indie Dynasty Warriors game?
Yeah, we'll give TFP and Maytang grab all the work, and we'll just yell at them ideas.
We're the idea man.
Yeah. TFP, why the fuck doesn't this look like? Why doesn't this look as good as Bayonetta? Make it good look like that.
Tighten up the graphics
TFP,
on
if this
level
character
3.
doesn't have the nicest ass in video games, you're fired.
But
not
not
a-
really, because
Taking
you're
a
the
page from
only
Yoko
model.
Taro.
But I'm not a modeler.
You are now.
Well, you are now.
Well, I'm
You're-
fired.
But also, you're not fired because you're the only person with a game degree that we know. So we just won't pay you, I guess.
Fell off a
We're
building.
already not paying him.
Yeah.
Yeah. we'll not.
I'll
pay
have
you
to
our-
pay you.
Yeah.
You are
To
now
go
in.
work on the project. See, now I'm just upset because I wanna like Fire Emblem Hero or Warriors. Or whatever it's
I
called.
don't think that game is going to be.
No, but
I think I've seen it. It looks good.
I love the idea of character action Fire Emblem or character action Zelda game or character action Berserk game. But
But the thing is that Dynasty Warriors is not character action. It's never been that in depth. Character action to me implies a level of depth of the combat system Dynasty Warriors has never had.
so what is just a regular hack and slash?
I'd say brawler. Like, it's that style of, like, it's a 3D Streets of Rage almost.
No, not really. Streets of Rage, even Streets of Rage.
I don't know, like,
depth.
when you say 3D Streets of Rage, I think of like Yakuza. Is a 3D Streets of Rage.
Ah, Streets of Rage is better than that.
Wow.
Wow.
No, that's not true. Streets of Rage.
How much did your soul burn just then?
Not much.
Not much. Yeah.
I mean, Yakuza's so bad I don't even want to finish it, so how good can it really be?
I will fight
Probably
all
gonna
of,
leave it off my game of the year list entirely just because I don't even care anymore.
I will fight all of you.
Yakuza's a bad game.
You're a bad game.
I am. You can't play me.
I don't want to play that game. It's probably very depressing.
What about Heavy Debts? Are you Heavy Debts? Why did my Eagle Vision not Eagle Vision? Oh, there's that guy.
Nintendo, give whatever property you're gonna give Koei Tecmo next to make a Warriors game to Platinum. They need the money.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, I'd be fine with that.
Yes! Give Zelda to Platinum.
Give Dynasty Warriors to Platinum.
Men must be free
Yes.
to do what they believe. It is not
I
our
want
right
to see
force
Platinum's
one
take
to
on the
believe
Yellow
what they
Turban
believe,
Rebellion.
No matter how much we disagree.
Yes.
Probably be rad.
Then what?
Also, the Yellow
You of all
Turban
people
Rebellion
should
is
know the
not
answer.
actually that important, so it's funny
Educate
they
them.
get so much play.
Teach them right from wrong.
It was
must be
literally just
knowledge
the
that
thing
frees
that
them,
kicked
not
off
force.
the Warring States era,
They
so
do
that's
not
why they
learn.
always get in.
Fixed in their
But they were
ways
actually
they are.
not that.
You are naive to think
It
otherwise.
upsets-
Spoilers, they're still peasants.
Also, all this talk about Dynasty Warriors just reminds me that I've been kind of half trying to play Dead Rising 1, and that game is
That game.
rough.
Good. So,
Either
if
Dead
I
Rising
remember
2,
right, the whole point of that game is
Yet you're
get the
rather
one
quick to steal
weapon
my
that
life.
is okay, and then just
A
stock
small
up on it
sacrifice to
repeatedly,
save many.
and then use it against
Necessary.
everything. I don't
Yes.
even remember what the weapon was anymore.
Mini Chainsaw and or Mega Buster.
That fills Salahuddin and his men with a sense of
It
righteous
upsets me
fury.
that Koei
Their
Tecmo. Well, I know
deaths
why
endanger
Koei Tecmo gets so
others,
much money to
bring death in their
use
way.
to make and
I too was
Still like
making a
gangbusters.
small sacrifice. It matters little now.
I was thinking about buying Warriors All-Stars today, but then instead I bought a bunch of other things.
Warriors
Yeah.
All Stars is alright, but also the character list is so weird that I don't think you would like it.
Yeah, but it's got Anime Dealer, and I want to know what her deal is. No pun
So,
intended.
what is that she deals?
Does she attack with cards? Is she like Anime Gambit?
Kind of, but it's
she like
she
Ace?
attacks with an entire casino. She generates casino paraphernalia that attacks them.
See, that sounds awesome.
It's like, yo, you want to just stick all of these Dynasty Warriors furry guys on a
the
row?
strongest.
Yes. Yes, I do.
You want to just make a roulette wheel appear under them, and then they all spin around. And get
Oh my
jacked.
god, that's TFP stand. His stand is a giant casino. Or a bar that makes people...
His stand
My
is size palace.
yeah, I was about to
Yeah.
say.
And every time there's a fight, just people get surrounded by
the name of that
winnow
song?
chips.
Song in the
Oh
casino.
God,
Winds of something?
winds of
Change?
Change.
Chance?
I don't know.
Fuck.
Winds of
Yeah.
fate.
Yeah,
Fate?
that
that's
sounds
it.
right.
Winds of fate, not winds.
I thought it was winds.
Winds. Winds.
No, W-H-I-M-S.
I
Winds.
thought-
Winds.
I'm pretty sure it's winds. W-I-N-D-S.
No, it
No.
is definitely the
Winds.
winds.
What? Oh,
Idiot.
Here, I thought you were a Persona fan.
yeah. Well, you know. you
Why
could-
did they
Why
get
not
you
that
to
good?
run? Why did they get you to run that anime convention?
Well, because he paid the people, he bought the building for it.
Okay, that's true.
Why does this lore keep expanding?
Because we got nothing better to do.
Tiffy, we just finished talking about how to make Dynasty Warriors better. We need to.
We need a new topic. Man, do you guys know how dumb that new DC Comics event is?
How is? Oh, good. How's
The
it going?
multiverse of evil Batman.
What's wrong with Evil Batman?
Altair,
Because
tell me
there's an
you've met
entire
with success.
multiverse of evil
Yes.
Batman with evil
Jawair's
Robins.
fires
Is
are
one of
extinguished.
them?
His life as well.
What's that guy's name
Excellent
that died?
news. I had no doubt you'd succeed.
Jason
You
Todd.
should have seen it.
No.
The scholars
real life
followed him
actor.
so readily. Wasn't just
That was
books they
Batman.
fed to fire either. But
He
I
was
knew
Adam
they
West.
opposed them.
Adam
Such
West.
ignorance breeds only evil.
I don't think there's an
You've
evil
done
Adam
good
West, but
thing
there really
this day.
should be.
As with my
Adam
other
West should be
targets,
like
he
the
believed he was
mastermind.
doing the right thing, clearing a path
The event
to a
is
better
really
future.
stupid because
Of course,
apparently a giant
such is the
like
landscape
tower
of
to
madman's
hell
mind.
opened up in the middle of
Things
Gotham
I've seen
City,
these past few
and now there are these
weeks.
giant
This is if all the
challenge
land has gone
rings
mad.
full of evil
And this is
Batman
why
that the
we
other
fight
heroes have to
end the
fight
war.
through.
That sanity
So
might
you have to
return.
go to
The
challenge
people
them?
are desperate for direction.
No, they have to
Easy
go
for
through
them
like
Jubair to prey on this and turn
But
them
it's
towards
basically
evil.
like beat 'em up levels.
You
It's
should
like
go,
Outer
Altair.
Ring, the
Return to
Riddler is the
Al-Mahdi.
boss
Tell
here,
him what
fight the
you saw.
Riddler's
Let him
minions.
know the good you've done this day.
So stupid.
Safety and
It's
peace
pretty dumb.
upon you as well.
Batman.
It's an idea that could work if they weren't trying to take it seriously, but they are.
To a more
Comics should
recent
never be taken seriously.
Like, if you have an idea that dumb of we're just gonna turn Gotham into a big beat 'em up and everybody has to fight to get to a tower in the middle, don't take it seriously. You make that as dumb and fun as it sounds. You don't try to play it up and be all serious and dark about it.
Well, unfortunately, that's the era of comics that we live in.
It is, and it's stupid. Like, hey, do you remember that part in Next Wave's
Because-
final issue where there are
because
just
I'm-
like 9 full-page, like 2-page spreads back to back of them fighting a bunch of minions without saying a word?
Yeah.
Page just them beating up different crazy shit in different locales.
Yeah, and like each one has like a little next wave making you buy 9 copies of this comic since 2007 or whatever.
Yeah.
So you've got the rest of the night to
Next
yourself.
Wave's amazing.
Next wave is so good. Next wave
Next
is
Wave is the template that all comics should be based on.
yes. What up, Kristen Bell?
I think there's a problem with the Animus.
Nope, it's working fine.
I'm pretty sure it just ejected me
I'm
when
pretty
it...
sure you should shut up.
You
So
ready
I'm
to
kind of
finally
sad that
tell me
picture
what's
of Mario
going
didn't
on?
get more play in the
We
Discord.
have to stop them, Desmond. When they access that last memory of yours,
I just now noticed it.
they want to change everything. The way we
Wait,
live,
which
the
one?
way we think, the way we
The
are.
bottom one.
You've gotten the lecture
Mario
from me
as
about what's
New
wrong
Hellboy.
with the world, how we
Hellboy.
need order and discipline.
I kinda
so
don't like
they're
the look
going
of
to
New
give it
Hellboy.
to us.
It's a
We
new
don't have a
Hellboy?
say.
Yeah,
'cause
with
they're making the new movie and they don't have Ron McDonald
Our
there.
treasure. The
And it's not Guillermo del Toro anymore.
I'm here.
It's like, man, why the fuck do you not have Guillermo del Toro?
Got it.
Why isn't Ron Perlman? Does he have a
It's not
mullet?
Guillermo del Toro. Huh?
Does he have a mullet?
Hey, Hellboy's always had kind of long hair.
I watched the first Hellboy movie and it was really good.
Hellboy
Well,
is
movie Hellboy. Well, he kind of had, yeah, like the first movie he had like the ponytail thing going or whatever. Comics Hellboy's hair varies, but it's usually pretty short.
those Hellboy movies are real good.
I've never seen the second one.
It's
The
real.
second one is not as good as the first.
It's-
Well, it's good.
It-
I'm not
it's
gonna
good,
make it
it's
full.
not
I would
as-
say it is as good as the first.
Yeah, I prefer the first.
I definitely prefer the first one. but the second one is still pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, the first one has fucking Rasputin.
Yes.
It's hard to beat that. Like, when you need a villain, it is hard to beat Rasputin. Like, it has Rasputin, it has the crazy clockwork Nazi guy.
Yeah.
I like that Hellboy is just a giant, edgy teenager.
With
In
cats.
the comics, he is much more
Wasting,
mature.
Mr. Miles.
But he's got.
He should always be a
Does he? Does
He's
he?
much more mature, but he is also kind of dumb as shit.
Does he still have a bunch of cats?
not as terrible
No.
as you think.
Aww.
Look, I know
Hellboy in
you're
the
not
comics
trying
is
to leave,
simple.
so why not tell me what's
It's
going
like,
on?
people will offer him the chance to rule
I'm
hell,
not
and he
an
will say,
idiot,
no, that's
Mr.
dumb, and then
Miles.
punch you in the face.
I think you've
Well, that's
already
pretty
learned quite a bit.
You just like it because he ended that sentence with "punch you in the face."
All right, let me ask you something
mean-
else then.
Yes?
What's wrong with
Also,
Some of the
the
stuff I'm
art
seeing
in
in the
Hellboy is
Animus,
fucking rad, so I'm
sometimes
just gonna
it
post this
seems
picture,
wrong.
and look how fucking radical
Untrue,
this
like the
is.
history is off somehow. It doesn't.
Yeah.
that? That's a pretty cool
Match
picture.
up with what you
Mike
read on an
Mignola has
online
fucking amazing art.
encyclopedia.
Yep.
Why does he?
What
So
your
why does
high
Hellboy have
school
the
history
big
teacher
power
taught you?
glove?
Let me ask
It's a
you
whole
something.
thing with when he
Do
was.
these
There's a whole thing
supposed
involving his
experts
birth
have
where his
access
dad
to
basically
secret
wanted him to
knowledge
be like
kept hidden from
the
the rest
leader
of
of
us?
Hell's armies,
There
and the
are
Hand is
books,
kind of related
letters,
to that.
documents, all sorts of source
But
material.
there's a whole bunch of
from
other dumb
that
shit that happens.
Some of it seems to contradict what the Animus is showing.
He had it. It's honestly not that
Anyone
important
can
anymore,
write
aside
a
from
book.
punching things in the face.
And they can put whatever they want on
And
its
catching
pages.
rockets in
Anything.
Injustice 2
Used
trailers.
to be, we thought the
Yeah.
world was flat.
Some people still do.
Yes.
Why?
And they publish books.
Why is Hellboy in
Or
Injustice
that the
2?
moon landing was a hoax.
Because he's DC.
Marketing or something.
He's not DC
The
though.
world was created in
Well, he's a guest
seven
character
not.
from like another
Or this
franchise.
22.
I mean, that's like asking
Where's
like why
this
he's trying to
going,
keep
Doc?
them all.
The point of
Yeah, but that makes sense in a weird sort of way.
everything you
Well, it
read.
makes sense that
What's
Hellboy
that
is.
your ancestors said?
Not really.
People like Hellboy TFP that wants him in a fighting
Everything
game,
is
okay?
permitted.
I mean, I'm not saying that I don't want to see Hellboy in a fighting game. I want to see him in a better fighting game than
There's
Injustice.
no
I mean,
room for
yes, me too,
misinterpretation.
but unfortunately we live in a world where people think
Touché,
NRS games
Mr.
are good.
Miles.
I'm just gonna post this picture because it's one of my favorite pens
Can we
from Hellboy
begin?
ever.
Yeah. That's real good.
His attitude towards the world and the supernatural in general is pretty great.
Is this Hellboy played by Derek Carradine?
Why?
Why what?
Why would you go to David Carradine?
He's like an alcoholic, isn't he?
Well, he drinks a lot, sure, but I mean, most people do these days, I guess.
I don't like alcohol.
I don't approve of it, but
I'm also not like. I feel like the only alcohol I would be willing to drink more than like a very small amount of is like hard cider,
I drank sake once because I wanted to be super weeby.
and it was
It
gross.
wasn't too bad.
Oh,
I would drink it again. I would need to drink it like while eating something.
We have much
Because I feel that I only enjoy alcohol if I'm
We are
unless it's like alcoholic root beer.
see, I don't like alcoholic root beer, and I don't know if it's because I just have drank regular root beer for most of my life, but
I don't like regular root beer. I like alcoholic.
alcoholic root beer doesn't taste like regular root beer, and that makes me sad. Which I guess is why you like it,
How a simple bit of treasure could cause so
but
much chaos.
I really like root beer is my favorite soda.
I would like to taste an alcoholic vodka
Once he tasted of its power, the
because
thing
I love Dr.
consumed
Pepper.
him.
It's my favorite soda.
He
I
saw
drink
not a
it way too
dangerous
much.
weapon to be destroyed,
I probably have
but a
diabetes.
tool, one that
From
would help
Dr.
him
Pepper, I
realize
like
his
it.
life's ambition.
He dreamed of power then.
Yes, I know.
Do you think there's ever been like a legal dispute between
Like
because
us,
it's called
of
Dr.
peace.
Pepper, right?
But this is a man who sought to
Did
see the
anybody
Holy
ever
Land
try to sue
consumed
the
by
company
war.
because it gave them like
No.
diabetes or something?
How can you not
No.
see when you're the one that opened
Are you
my
sure?
eyes to this? What
I mean,
you
no, but I'm gonna
What
say
do he and
no.
his followers want?
Do you have that much faith in the
A
human
world in which all men are united.
race?
I do
Yes.
not despise his goal. I share it. But I take issue with the means.
And here I thought you were more Yoko
Peace is
Taro.
something to be learned, to be understood,
Yoko Taro
to be
is very
embraced.
hopeful.
He would
Is
force
he?
it.
Yeah,
And
most
rob
of
us
his
of our
stories
free
end
will
on
in
a
the
fairly
process.
optimistic note.
Strange.
Yeah, especially
Think of
near.
them in this way.
Yeah,
I mean,
Never harbor hate for your victims.
it actually
Altair.
does.
yeah.
Such thoughts are poison and will cloud your judgment.
Could he not be convinced then to end his mad quest?
I spoke to him in my way through you.
I should really
What was he
finish
thinking, if not a message?
near Automata.
He has
should.
chosen
It's a great
to
game.
ignore.
It is.
Here.
It's not, but it's really good.
Part of it is okay.
Jerusalem is where you faced him first.
Other parts are.
It's where you'll find him now.
You didn't like A2?
Let this
I hated
final
9S.
offering lend you
No,
strength.
no, no, that's fine.
Yeah.
Go, Altair. It's time to finish
I mean, I
this.
get what you're saying. I was definitely that way too, but I kind of just grown up to it. Because I like the game too much.
Now I have a fancy sword.
This whole cutscene has just been you standing there with this one guy walking back and forth.
Yeah, that's how a lot of cutscenes are in this game. Is Altair stands there and another person animates, and then you move. You can move during that, but you can't move very far, which is lame.
How is damage up a new ability? Are you missing a finger?
Yes. That's the whole thing of Assassin's Creed 1, and there's a joke about it in Assassin's Creed 2, where to wear the hidden blade, it like comes out of your ring finger, I think. And
That seems like a really ineffective weapon.
well, because Leonardo da Vinci in Assassin's Creed 2 is like, sorry man, I gotta cut off your finger to give you this hidden blade, and then there's a big to-do about it, and then he slams a meat cleaver down like inches away from Ezio's finger, and it's like, no, I'm just kidding with you. I fixed it so you don't have to cut off your finger. Spoilers for Assassin's Creed 2, since, you know, we're gonna get there.
I mean, that's.
Eventually.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, that's the best one in the whole series.
Hey,
It's no brother.
It's
I don't know
no.
if you're joking or not.
Brotherhood was way better than 2.
I'm-
Game I never played.
I'm kind of with me. Well, as someone who's played all of these,
Wow,
I-
how ashamed do you feel by saying that?
I like most of them. Like, the only one I will say is outright bad is
Yes,
Unity.
3 in Unity.
No, just Unity.
Yes, 3 in Unity.
Just Unity. I like Assassin's Creed 3.
Can you believe this guy over here?
There is nothing wrong with Assassin's Creed 3,
Oh, you know, so this guy here.
except it's a totally fine game.
Bad games are allowed to exist.
Are they?
Bad games are allowed to exist, and people are allowed to like them and think they are good.
All of these
Like, you know what? I played Funky Barn for like 2 hours and I had a great time. Do I think that game's great? No. That game's kind of terrible, but it's amusing.
Kinda.
I wish I was there for that stream. But I was eating dinner with my mom.
At like 4 o'clock?
But we went out to a restaurant. And we
Oh.
wanted to, like, not get a seat. And it was like 30 minutes away, so.
Okay.
It was like 5 o'clock by the time. If you're ever in Smithfield, go to Grandsons.
They closed down the really good restaurant in Raleigh that I would always recommend to people. That makes me sad.
The Asian place?
No, well, that Asian place is great, but for other reasons. There was a really good Irish pub.
A lot of bars in Raleigh close down all the time.
Yeah,
It's just the name of the game, man.
but it was like really, really good food. But no, I'm pretty sure that Firewalk is still there, and I'm also pretty sure that people only got the joke the second year we went because I had explained it to them, and I could not stop making the joke about asking if anyone would go to Firewalk with me. It's a good joke. Shut up.
How many people do you think know about Twin Peaks and David Lynch, though?
None of my friends.
Like, Rob would probably kill you if you said.
Actually, no. One person did know about Twin Peaks when I said it.
But did they get it immediately?
No, it took them a second, and they were like, "Oh yeah, I remember that."
I remember that movie. Had David Bowie in it.
It
He didn't want
did.
to talk about Judy. I don't want to talk about Judy. Or we ain't gonna talk about Judy. Where's Dave Bowie's not American, right? He's from like Britpop, right?
Yeah, he's from England somewhere. I'm pretty sure.
Upon you
I
as
think.
well.
Seems fate
He does
has a
like
funny way with
comically
things.
funny.
So it's true
Southern
then.
accent.
Robert de Sable is in Jerusalem.
British musician.
Nice, myself.
Only misfortune follows that man. If he's here, it's because he intends
He is
to.
from
I won't give
Brixton,
him a
London,
chance to act.
England.
Do not let vengeance cloud your
Brixton
thoughts,
sounds like the
brother.
most British.
We both
stuff.
know no good can come of that.
I have not forgotten. You have nothing to fear. I do not seek revenge, but knowledge.
Next to
Truly, you are
Compton.
not the man I once knew.
My work has taught me many things, revealed secrets to me. But there are still
So are
pieces
you
of
having
this
a
puzzle
cutscene
I
right
do
now,
not
or is
possess.
Yep. No, this is a
Oh,
cutscene.
okay.
All the men I've
You
laid
can tell
to
because
rest
I'm
work
frantically
together,
moving the camera.
united by this man. Robert
What
has
a
designs upon the land.
Fun and
This much I know
dynamic
for
way to
Stand
certain.
around and talk to this
But
guy to
how
get
and
the
why,
story, I guess.
when and where.
Because I mean, Half-Life 2
You say
was
there's citizens working together.
people really
They are none of
liked,
these
you know,
things.
and that had a
Nothing
bunch of
else.
cutscenes where you just kind of stood around and watched
Templars
other
are a
people
part of the
talk.
Crusader army.
Or so they'd like King Richard to believe.
I don't really like
Their only
Half-Life.
allegiance is to
That's
Robert
okay,
de
I don't
Sable, some
either.
mad idea
I
that
tried
they will
playing
stop
them and
the
I'm
war.
like,
You spend a strange day.
yeah, I
have
don't really
no
get it.
idea,
Portal's
man.
way better.
I
Portal-
really
Where
like
they've been
Half-Life 2.
seen.
when
I should be
playing
after
it.
him before he slips away.
Like,
Portal-
I remember
places I can
Half-Life 2
say for
fondly,
certain.
but when I actually play it,
West of here, near
I'm just
Botagar
always
Tower
waiting to
and a
get to the
hospital.
part that I like, and then I
And to the
realize that
southwest,
it's
at the
kind
Church
of
of the Holy
just
Sepulchre.
never there.
See what you can learn.
Every
Por-
part is
Do the
boring
same.
and frustrating.
Portal's
I like
really
the-
good.
I like
Stay
the
safe.
stories of Half-Life. I think Half-Life has a good story. You know, it's like right up my alley. It's like weird Cthulhu things, right?
The Combine.
Yeah. And the weird fetus man alien thing that you kill in the first. What's the name of the weird businessman that has like the weird face?
The G-Man.
The G-Man.
The right man in the wrong place can make all the difference. Where's a tall building that I can stand on? There's one. Oh no. Man, I can't wait till we get to the later ones, if only because they made some of the parkour controls not terrible. Hup. One of 7. I think we're going to get these viewpoints and then call it a stream. Although first we're going to save the citizen just so we don't have to do it later.
No, don't do it.
No, we're going to do it.
He doesn't deserve it.
He's fine.
Out
Look
there
at him.
help those who help themselves.
Look.
Sword
Teach a man to fish.
Sword Priest helps all people. Okay.
Man to kill a guard.
And he eats for a day. Kill a man to kill
Wait, what?
2 guards. He eats for a lifetime.
Feel like that went wrong somewhere.
Yeah.
Teach a man,
The,
give a man a fish.
the core tenet of Sword Priest beliefs is do not beat up random citizens, and the punishment for doing so is death.
Give a man a sword. Give a man a sword, he eats for a day. Teach a man to sword, he eats for a lifetime.
Don't think I'll need it again anytime soon.
Yeah, sure, that one works.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
yeah.
Be assured.
This game looks fucking riveting.
It sure.
Assassin's Creed is okay.
Is it? It's worse. It's like worse Batman.
I mean, except for the part where you're not playing as Batman. That
Yeah,
part's
that's
fine.
true.
You are playing as Desmond.
Desmond's fine.
Is he?
Like the free flow combat in Batman, like even they fucked it up, and they're the one that invented it. Sleeping Dogs did it way better.
Sleeping.
Didn't Batman come out like post Assassin's Creed 2 and such?
I don't know.
That sounds right.
Who cares?
I mean, that means they had time to watch and like learn from Assassin's Creed improving over time.
Yeah, and they never fixed the part where it was never as good as Sleeping Dogs.
I don't know. Syndicate has some really good free flow combat.
Batman Syndicate.
No.
Also, Assassin's Creed has free flow combat.
Yeah. We'll get there. Much like Tokyo, we will get there.
Man, can we talk about how good Sleeping Dogs is and it's sad that franchise is...
R.I.P.
They
United.
tried to make a shitty MMO and then that bombed. And then
They tried to make Triad Wars, and then United Front Games was working on Smash and Grab, the rioting MOBA.
What?
Dude, I am telling no lies.
Man, we should play... We should play fucking KOF MOBA.
No.
Is that still a thing?
No, we should
Why
not.
not?
Because it's terrible.
Oh, I forgot.
Have you played it?
Yes.
Let's do it together.
No, I refuse. I don't think it still has servers running either.
I'll find a way to
Yeah,
repay
that
this
is
kindness
probably
with
dead. I would hope so.
I'm surprised. What even was the deal with that? Was that even like legal?
Yeah, I mean SNK published it.
Did they?
Yeah.
I must be embarrassed. Kick back. Go back.
They had the weirdest, they had Oswald in that game, and he was only in KOF 11.
Did it have Terry Bogard in it?
Yes, it had Terry Bogard. It had Whip.
Did it have Vanessa though?
No.
Lame. Did it have Hotaru?
No. I want to say it had Yamazaki, but don't quote me on that.
Did it have Rock Howard? Of course not. It don't
No.
have Rock Howard.
Yeah.
Did it have Keith Howard?
Hold on. It might have actually had Rock Howard.
Hey guys, you remember when they're gonna add what's that guy's name? Geese Howard to Tekken?
Yeah.
That's super cool. Just play Tekken. I played Tekken Bowl. I don't know why people care so much about Tekken Bowl.
It's fun.
Bang, 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 bang. What is that? That thing you posted.
Yeah,
Last
it's just
one.
more pictures from Hellboy.
Oh, that looks cool.
It is. It's fucking radical. That last story arc of Hellboy was really good.
Didn't it end or something?
Yeah. Well, it ended and then it kind of ended again, and the universe is technically still ending, but I haven't kept up with how all the other comics related to Hellboy are going. I know Abe Sapiens comic was wrapping up. Like, all the different DPRD comics are starting to wrap up the universe in general. Like, Hellboy's story kind of wrapped up before that.
That lady looks like she could be like the Terrible Eyes sister. Or Mother.
Man, the Terrible Eye is great.
The Terrible Eye is so good.
She gets way better in the current, or last story arc, I guess, because that story arc is now over. I really want them to put that out in book form soon so you can read it, because it's real good.
Yep. Why is Gwenpool so good?
Because it has a good writer.
Yeah.
And most of the time a good artist.
Yeah, what was up with the LA arc? And why was the art bad?
They keep switching to artists who are not the guy they should use. Because, what's his name? Gurihiru, I
Yeah.
think is the name, is the guy who does the art usually, and he's fantastic, and then everyone else tries and fails. So just stick with him all the time. Let him draw everything. He's the guy who did Power Pack, and that also had great art. Also, Power Pack was a good comic back in the day.
I was holding up and I was going down this ladder. I just want that to be known.
You never let go of the grab button.
I never let go of the grab button. Make me mad. It never happened. Which is a shame because I also kind of liked the LA arc for reasons other than it had the Hawkeye that I like in it. Dun, 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 dun. Gonna save some more people while I do stuff. Hooray! Excuse me, sir. I probably could have stabbed that guy too, but I didn't. I stabbed him with my sword, not my tiny knife. Tiny hand knife. Whoops, 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 whoops.
Thank you. I'll find a way to repay this kindness, I swear.
Wow, there are only 6 citizens to save in this area.
It's not as many as I expected, considering that all the other ones had 8, didn't they?
Yep.
Maybe that means they're finally getting close to the end.
I think I have this assassination and one more. I think we're coming up on the last assassinations. Me. Sir.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll find a way to repay this kindness, I swear.
Ow! That guy clotheslined me. I don't think you're allowed to do that in Jerusalem.
I don't think there's any rules against it.
It's not kosher.
They don't care about that stuff.
Oh god! Why are you
What
throwing...
does kosher mean? That's like when they take all the blood out.
do like clean, basically.
And then like a priest has to like fart on it or something like that to bless it.
No, just not pork or
These are
shellfish
weird.
or...
Why not shellfish? Shellfish is
Pork I
delicious.
get.
Wait, why not pork?
Oh, because pigs are considered filthy animals because they roll around doing crap and stuff like that.
Yep.
Yeah, but they're delicious.
They are. They're fucking amazing.
I only like bacon. I don't like pork.
I love ham.
Or
Pork
ham.
I can give or take, but ham and bacon are amazing.
Yeah, pork. You need good quality pork. Like
Yeah.
shitty pork is shit. Like a. But I mean, ham is good. Bacon is I've never had shitty bacon. I mean, I guess burnt bacon is shitty bacon.
I would rather have my bacon burnt than undercooked. Like, I like crispy bacon.
I like my bacon just like right as it's done. Not crispy, but not raw. Like that nice midpoint. Right there. Nice cooked bacon. I don't know if there's a term for it.
I like bacon that I can pick up and it doesn't, like, lean down as I pick it up. Like,
Why not?
because it's kind of gross in the mouth and I don't appreciate it.
But you put dicks in your mouth. Oh!
Oh! Except no, I haven't. Can confirm.
Can confirm TFP has never put a dick in his mouth.
Shot down all of that fan fiction.
All the previous fan fiction. I have not shut down any future fan fiction.
Well, yeah, obviously any fan fiction set from this point.
Please submit your fan fiction about. No, please don't. We're just
Submit
gonna.
your fan fiction of TFP fucking a motorcycle. And has long blue hair.
Boy.
Yep, that's where that went.
Yep.
I mean, that's what happens in that piece of fan fiction. Isn't it? That's her boyfriend, right?
No.
Isn't it?
No.
The problem is that that's not canon anymore, so you
Yeah.
can't use it.
Well, I called it fan
It was
fiction,
always
to be fair.
questionable, so...
But I
It was
called
always
fan
questionable canon, but now it's been confirmed not canon.
fiction. Some people liked it.
No, nobody liked it.
No, I read some reviews with people saying, no, it's good.
I'm sure some people did, but those people are terrible people.
Yeah, those people like to be wrong.
Like, there is such a thing as a wrong opinion, and it's thinking that is good.
You know, I used to say that all the time as like a joke back in my old Final Fantasy 14 guild, where I would go. I mean, yeah, sure, you can think that if you like being wrong. And everybody, like Clockwork, would always go, "How can you be wrong when it's an opinion?" And it's like, are you guys just like?
Well, I mean, your opinion can be wrong if it's based on incorrect facts.
Yeah.
Like, an opinion based
Like Persona
on...
3 being good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Your
it,
opinion is based or created from things like wrong facts, then...
Or
yeah,
saying
your
that
opinion
lemon
is very
taffy
different.
is delicious.
so speaking of incorrect opinions, I don't know how my dad has found all these people, but like he
also joined an IRC for fighting
no,
games
it's
based
all on
RPG.
Facebook, and he has found so many people who are flat earthers.
Flat earthers are out there.
I thought,
I don't know why.
here's the thing. I didn't think that there were people. I thought that the Earth being round
Was a
like
given?
was like a commonly accepted thing. Like even people that deny science, I thought everybody agreed the Earth is just round, right?
Yeah.
I didn't think there were people that still existed that thought that the Earth was flat. That was like a genuine surprise. That's like seeing like a dinosaur for the first time. Wow. They're real. People that think the Earth is flat is real. What do you think, maybe Matt? Do you think the Earth is flat?
And if you say
I've
yes,
never
I'm
seen the
leaving.
curvature myself, but I'm pretty sure it's right.
Look, when I look.
But then again, all those maps are flat, so. I mean, why wouldn't you make the map round if the planet was? Yeah, so
They
yeah.
do. They're
come on.
called globes.
Yeah.
Oh no, you've destroyed my entire worldview. Who was that? Who would have guessed?
They don't make round maps.
Oh wait, oh no.
Oh no, they do. Oh well, no. Oh well, McMahon,
What?
you fucked up because that's when you say, well, yeah, it's a big conspiracy, it's a big globe.
I mean, obviously, how else do they get airline pilots to fake the curvature of the Earth?
There are so many guards who are not psyched about me.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's a thing.
Airline pilots are known the conspiracy, because otherwise they would see that there's no curvature to the Earth whenever they're flying.
But how do you think
It's clearly a lie.
how do they
Everyone
think-
who's ever claimed to see the curvature of the Earth is a liar.
I hate to break this, but I've seen the curvature of the Earth.
Oh no.
See, my other favorite part is, like, the extension of the flat Earth craziness. Like, my dad was telling me about people, like, he was having a legitimate argument with people who legitimately thought that there was some international treaty that everyone agreed that no private person can ever go to the South Pole because there's a giant wall there that holds all the water in on the flat Earth.
How did the flat earthers in the Hall of Earth?
I don't know. That's a great question.
How do they extend like the phases of the?
Because the moon's fake, y'all.
Yeah, the moon's fake, so flat earthers by default are also proponents of the fake moon.
What else? What else? What about?
So, dude, let me tell you about trees.
Oh wait, aren't trees bushes?
Yes.
And then
Mountains. Mountains are the trees that you want. The trees you see are just grass, basically.
I still don't understand how that whole thing is supposed to work.
I don't either. Welcome to Flat Earth.
Flat Earth somehow makes less sense than reality. And reality is
really?
pretty confusing.
I mean, hopefully flat earth makes less sense to you than the real world.
How does
Oh boy, use your words.
how does the sunrise work and the sunset?
Because it's all just like a projection, man.
From where?
From somewhere in Arizona, I think, is the...
How do you hide something like that?
You just...
Is everybody in Arizona in on it?
Yeah, you just pay them off. George Soros and his...
Okay, so I guess here's the open question.
Alright.
Why? What's the point of making us think that the Earth is not flat? What's the end game for this?
The end game is getting everyone to admit that the Earth is flat.
But why?
Because they want.
Okay.
They're the seekers of truth, Serve.
They're all Natos?
No.
They're on the right side of history. They just want to everyone else to be brought out of the darkness and into the light of the flat Earth.
Okay, but what is the government's end game in making us all think that the
Earth is round?
But why?
To keep the man down.
But how does that get down?
I don't know. I mean, also, yeah, I'm not even bothered.
Yeah.
No, please do.
No, it's okay. I'm just going back and I'm going back to looking at Hellboy pictures.
Find your happy place.
Yeah, my happy place is Hellboy's art.
It's real good. But Mike Mignola can draw a picture.
Mike Mignola can draw some good fucking pictures.
So your dad, he's a flat person, right?
No, he is very not.
You don't have any relatives that are flat earthers?
I do have relatives. Yes. So my grandpa's brother was a somewhat big chemist, scientist person. Like, he wrote a bunch of chemistry textbooks. There is a non-zero chance that if you ever took a chemistry class, my uncle or my great uncle or my granduncle, I don't know how relations work. A family member might have wrote it, basically.
Right.
And his daughter is a flat earther.
That's embarrassing.
Yep. Anyway, I got all the viewpoints, and I got the viewpoints and all the people. So we're gonna try to lose this guy who's chasing me.
My grandma thought that.
Get high enough in Assassin's Creed, can you see the curvature of the Earth? Where's that viewpoint?
We'll get there in Assassin's Creed 3 when we, sink the viewpoint on the moon.
Oh my god, what if that was like the whole...
Man, there should be
what if that was like the big
assassination on the moon.
What if that was like the big mystery in Assassin's Creed, like the whole series has been leading up to you discovering that the Earth is flat.
Sorry, I just had the mental image of like an assassin being one of the people who went on the moon landing, and you have to assassinate one of the other astronauts.
Yeah.
But when you're on the moon, you pop the hidden blade and it punctures your spacesuit because you put it inside the spacesuit.
I mean,
I don't know why that mental image is so funny to me, of a really dumb assassin puncturing his own spacesuit.
I mean, dude, don't you know that Neil Armstrong was an assassin?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, I was about to say Neil Armstrong was a Templar.
See, I'm gonna make that joke, but I want to double check because I think that actually might be a thing.
There's a big dumb list of who was assassins and who was Templars.
Yeah.
And I hate it.
No, it's great.
I hate it.
No, it's amazing.
Because it is literally some people at Ubisoft went down the list of historical figures and said, do we like this person? Yes, they were an assassin. Do we like this person? No, they were a Templar.
Shaquille O'Neal's a flat earther?
No, he was joking.
Oh, okay.
There is a thing about well, let's hit Templars.
Is this Flat Earth Society page a big dumb?
Yes.
Do 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 do. There should be a big dumb list somewhere.
Let's go to the Flat Earth forums. One of the first. If the Earth is flat, what is below? I want to click that one. No one knows. It is one of the great mysteries for Fez. I didn't know that was a big mystery in the Persona 3 expansion. No one knows. It is one of the great mysteries for FPS. That was the little subtitle for Persona 3.
Society?
Yeah.
Oh, Persona 3 took a dark turn.
Some say that underneath the petri dish Earth is a giant desk. The desk is a giant laboratory, and the laboratory is in a giant petri dish Earth, sort of like Russian dolls.
Yeah, like the Matryoshka dolls, but everything's inside a petri dish, inside a bigger petri dish.
Sorry, you had to put up with these guys. I'm taking a picture worth 1,000 words. First, you know, we have clear dome firmament.
I just want to point out I typed in Buzz into the Assassin's Creed wiki and Buzz Aldrin popped up. Buzz Aldrin was a Templar.
Yep, that makes sense. Why not? Fuck Assassin's Creed.
It's so good.
It's kind of the worst.
It's kind of amazing.
Amazing, yes, but in a bad way.
In the best way. I mean, look, I'm just chilling in this bale of hay.
Yeah, what is he gonna do? Assassinate people? That's a chimp's job.
Yeah. Anyway, next time, maybe we'll finish this finally, because I don't think there's a whole lot left.
Next time we find out if the Earth really flat.
Who knows? Everybody knows the Earth is round. God damn it.
You sound really upset and convicted about this.
Anyway, good night.
To be fair, it's really dumb.
It is.
The flat Earth thing does bewilder me, and I much like Serve. It's one of those things that I kind of took for granted. Of like, no one's dumb enough to actually think the Earth is flat at all.
Oh no.
Oh no.
This should be just a thing that everyone knows that is widely accepted, but instead it's a thing that people are going to argue about.
Anyway, good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. The Earth is round.
Flat.